Hello, yo, 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 yo. Welcome to our FC27 stream of the tournament, everybody. We've got our top eight contestants ready to go. For the people who've been following, we are doing a tournament with Arena Nations. I've got Amol with me here, the owner, the man himself from Arena Nation.
What
How's it
is
going, Amol?
happening, chat? How are you guys? How's everybody doing? A lot of Arena Nations in the chat right now. That looks good. That looks good. How you been, Kunal? How's it going? How's the end of FC26 coming along for you?
Quite interesting. Today only I was playing my final, actually second last for champs of FC26 and just completing my squad. Yeah, I've got 1099s in already. Have you been playing or have you just stopped it now?
I've just been working on Evos. I've had this obsession with Evos because this year, you know how it is, right? Evos are way better than actually packing better cards with the drop rate. So, been
Hmm.
working on this whole Indian Evo team, like Mera Bharat Mahan, and
Hmm.
it's going really good with that. We've been I'm gonna take 16 Indian players to 99 and then
Oh,
call it a
nice.
day and then rest for a couple of weeks before FC27 starts. I've been pretty engrossed with the games that have been happening on our tournament yesterday, like
Hmm.
some insane score lines. We've got some big names here, that we can see on the screen.
Yeah,
So it's been great. We're looking forward to some insane quarterfinal games, and then we head on to the semis and see who takes the crown.
we'll cover off the opponents as well, all eight of them. But before we do, guys, just let us know whether our audio is clear in the chat and if you guys can hear us properly. That would be great if you all can give a thumbs up on that. Speaking of the qualified players, we've got our top eight in front of you guys. We've got Charanjot. Of course, I think he needs no introduction. Best in India right now, has represented India multiple times internationally as well. So top guy, and very excited to see his game against Viz Mania. Now Viz Mania, I believe, is Siddharth. I haven't heard of him in the pro scene yet, but maybe we'll get a glimpse of how he plays today. Should be interesting. Our second quarterfinalist is Saransh versus Jahaan, two pro players going against each other. Saransh, of course, has won EISL multiple times. I guess I'm getting a thumbs up from people. Voice is clear. Lovely. Saransh has, of course, has won multiple times EISL, and he has also represented India internationally. Versus Jahan, upcoming pro player. He's gotten into the scene recently. Amol, I don't know if you're aware of Jahan here, but he's also a regular when it comes to LAN events and all.
Yeah,
He
I
started to pick up.
saw a graphic where most of these guys were at Delhi's Comic Con as the top eight representatives of India, and they had a pretty good game there because we were at Comic Con back then. We were doing a lot of coverage stuff and work, and I saw a bunch of stuff on how they played, and it's so inspirational how we've got such great talent in India that's taking the name of India to the world, and it's a matter of time, before one of these guys takes the ultimate EA Pro crown, out there. So followed by even these guys, like we're talking about Aditya
Hmm.
and his opponent, which is Vanshaj.
Vanshaj, yeah.
They've had some insane games too yesterday, in the opening group stages, followed by, of course, Vinu Hunter, who's a great
Hmm.
content creator too, along with being a great player. And we've got Clary along with him. A lot of goals scored, a lot of goals shipped. I think we got the stats. You want to drop the stats so we can take our
Yeah.
viewers through a little bit on how the rounds went yesterday?
Yeah, I was just about to share their stats with you guys. So this is how they ended up having their group stages. Charanjot, of course, leading with plus 19 goal difference. I don't think we should be surprised there. And has won all four of his games in his group. So for the people who missed out, there were group stages. I mean, we didn't put this out online, but these guys were playing full day yesterday. There were groups, different groups. Each group had five players, and the top two got through to round of eight. So we had Charanjot topping Group A with four wins, with 32 goals scored, 13 goals conceded only. Then from the other group, from the second group, we had Saransh topping it. He ended up with four wins as well, 26 scored, only eight conceded. So surprisingly, Saransh has been pretty good defensively, Amol.
We're looking at a good tight defense. I'm pretty sure. we're looking at somebody who knows how to manually defend. That's the main trick to not conceding that many goals at the pro level, of course. So I am very keen on understanding, how Saransh actually controls his center backs, and then how he does his attack, because he scored 26 goals too. It's not just eight, not 8 goals accepted, but his goal scoring tally is also pretty high. So he's
Yeah.
got the right balance there. So I mean, let's see how that goes, against Jahan.
Yeah, definitely. I think that is a pro versus pro game. There are two pro versus pro games, in fact, in the quarterfinals. We've got Aditya Chadda also playing against Vanshaj. Now, these guys, I have been to so many offline tournaments as well. I've seen these two go at each other. I've seen Saransh as well compete against these guys. So it's going to be interesting again to watch them play online this time. I've seen them across multiple formats. They play on kickoff also 95 mode. We've seen them play in EISL as well with proper unlocked accounts. This time we are doing a tournament at the very end stage of the year, so should be interesting to see the squads in Ultimate Team, whether they've got 99 rated players, whether they are still using that Pina, or now that you can customize any card, they have some hidden gems. We will get to see that. In fact, our first game is going to be ready very very soon. I've just been invited here by Vizmania, so we are about to watch Charanjot face Vizmania, which is Siddharth, in just a second here once these guys set them up. And the other two games, sorry, the last game is between Vinu and Clary. Now, one Pro King, I have been facing him myself personally in division rivals, in elite division and for champs. He's another player who I'm really looking forward to see how he performs. He got 4 wins, he lost one game in his group, and he ended up with 12, scoring 21 goals and conceding 11. He'll be facing Vinu, who's also looking pretty sharp with 4 wins and 0 losses. So if you think about it, Aditya Chadda, 0 losses. Charanjot, 0 losses. Saransh, 0 losses. Vinu, 0 losses. 4 players out of the 8 are actually unbeaten. And the other 4 have 1 loss each. Let's see if any of the two can end up, any of the 4 which haven't lost yet end up losing today. They will have to. Ultimately, we just have one winner. Let me just switch our screens. We have a game between Charanjot and Vizmania starting soon. They are still setting it up, so you might have to wait for that. Yeah, Mol, I mean, who do you think is gonna proceed to the semi-finals out of these 8?
So, of course, you have the not just the jury, but the public's favorite Charanjot. But as you know, in some of the biggest games, you can have some of the biggest upsets. Recently in the EA tournament, you had Anders who got defeated, and nobody expected that. So, pretty sure both of them are pretty tight, pretty close on observing it. I would expect a pretty tight game, not that free flowing, because everybody wants to advance to the semis. But the way our final 8 are, it's so difficult to give a call on who's going to go ahead. And I think that's the competitive nature that we love here. That's the reason why, we love having everybody on our tournaments, because even if it's somebody who's not a professional, when you get a chance to play with the likes of Charanjot, Vinu, Floppy Penguin, Saransh, all of these guys, and Jahan, you get to learn, how to play the game in a better way. And I think that's the goal that we want to create at Arena Nation, where along with these tournaments where you get to play with the pros, you're also going to have a lot of tournaments where there's going to be entry level casuals. There's going to be only professional level tournaments, even on ground in Bombay, Delhi, Bengaluru, you name the city. I am super excited for this one.
Okay, here we go. Looks like we are about to have our first game, first quarterfinals between Charanjot and Siddharth. Charanjot with the Liverpool jersey. By the way, Amol, Charanjot is a Chelsea fan, and he
Oh, wow.
has,
Okay.
yeah, and he usually chooses Liverpool jersey. There's a very interesting story behind it, which we can
All
hear
right.
from him someday. But he's a guy who's a Chelsea fan and always wears Liverpool jersey. So as you can see on your screen, the one on the right
Mhm.
is actually Charanjot, and the one in Bayern kit is Siddharth. 4-4-1-1 formations all across the board. I feel that was Charanjot's lineup. we are watching from Siddharth's POV. So right here in front of our screens is Siddharth's team. Here we go. First quarterfinals is underway with Charanjot kicking off from left to right. There's a diagonal switch straight off the bat, and he couldn't player lock it through to his player. And here's Udogi on the right hand side. Very interesting. A left footed right back for Vizmania. It's got two left footed fullbacks coming in. Fofana, Bruno Gimenez, O'Reilly with the interception. Prefer. Lightning start here from CJ. Offside trap being played. Mbappe, Wirtz, Strand, McTominay, CJ on the attack. Fofana with the interception. See a lot of high line being pushed here from Charanjot as well as from Vizmania. So many offside traps back to back to back. Ooh, and Mbappe's onside. There is already the first goal of the game. We've got Charanjot taking the lead against Vizmania. Remember, this is just a single leg tie, guys. So there is no two legs, there's no goal difference, there's nothing. It's do or die, 6 minutes per half. Charanjot taking the lead with 7 minutes, in 7 minutes already.
That was a good play, seeing the front three, three men in the front combine, quick little slick passing, tiki taka, pushes the ball through Mbappe, finds the way, and then he scores.
We go. We'll also have a look at Vinu's game soon. Let's maybe we'll watch this till halftime and then we'll switch over to Vinu's game against One Pro King. Charanjot with the interception here. Mbappe, McTominay, Wirtz again. Interesting to see he's still trusting in Luka Bacchio, one of the most meta cards I've seen amongst the pros in recent times. So CJ still trusting that one. Mbappe turns in. Strand with the shot. CJ is 2 up. We've got 98 rated centre midfielder Strand. I honestly will be lying if I'd say I know who the player is. CJ coming in with potentially a hidden gem in FC26, scoring that goal, making it 2-0 with 14 minutes played. And I can already see the tide going in one direction.
We can see how he plays, I mean, if he started Strand perhaps in the midfield, we're talking about Strand Larsen over here, the Norwegian player. And to get
Uh,
a good play, use somebody from the center mid, I think that's a really good move that I
on
see
the
here.
other end now, sorry to interrupt you, Matsu Kubo has just made it 2-1. So Charanjot conceding a goal here. We've seen he hasn't conceded much in the tournament, but Vizmania immediately responding with Matsu Kubo in the attack. This game could.
Matsukubo is a 5'1" player. I perhaps the shortest player in the game, and we know how agile these players are. The shorter they are, women players super agile. I think Wiz has used that to his advantage because when you sometimes play these friendlies, there could be a little bit of lag. You're not getting the best kind of connection. So that is a very smart move that he's done there.
He comes again, Wiz with Salma. Ooh, Charanjot with the mistake. Wiz with another opportunity here. Olise with the shot. Intercepted by Rudiger. I can see Vizmania coming back. Ever since he conceded those 2 goals, he's been pretty sharp. But now on the counter is Charanjot again. McTominay 3-1. There, I guess I've already put the curse on because Wiz was on the attack. Charanjot with a lightning fast counter attack, making it 3-1. Yes, we've got
Again,
Vinu
you see
also.
he's using his midfields to the better advantage, Charanjot. So you can see how he's spreading the play all over the field. It's not just push a ball to the front man and just score a simple goal. He's actually making use of his entire team, and that is really impressive.
We've got Vinu also waiting for us to join. We'll be getting into Vinu's game in another 15 in-game minutes. We'll watch Charanjot reach till halftime. One more goal, and I think Visminia could be in real big trouble here against Charanjot. Please say goes all the way back to Dogi, Chouameni, Bruno Gimenez, Bellingham, Matsukubo with the attempt. A weaker one this time. The CJ again on the attack. Chouameni, well intercepted. It's interesting to see Charanjot still rely on O'Reilly as well. Another popular card amongst the pros. I mean, I've been streaming, and then a lot of people in the chat have mentioned about O'Reilly being pretty popular in all the esports tournaments in FC Pro Championship. Mbappe is offside there. CJ.
Isn't that the whole lengthy meta that people love?
Yeah.
O'Reilly's. I mean, if you look at him, he scored the goal in the FA Cup final in the real life world for City. So I'm a big fan of playing with players, that actually I relate to in real life. That's pretty fun to do that.
Yeah. Um, but in general as well, I don't think there are many left backs other than Davis in game who are lengthy and also effective. Very meta in
What
game.
about Dorgu? The Footy's Dorgu card? You see that in a lot of teams off late.
Yeah, but I feel like O'Reilly's got a better build to him in game. He's lean. He's also 6'4". I believe Dogu is 6'1", so taller, leaner, helps with that reach, both in attack and defense. CJ with the corner here, winning another one. It's a very dangerous tactic. This player locking into the tallest player in the box and then heading it back. As you can see here, another save coming in from Cassius. Vizmeria finding it very, very difficult to stop this meta tactic for corner. He finally wins the ball with Chouameni. Couldn't clear. That's a poor clearance. But halftime in our first quarterfinals here, Charanjot leading 3-1. He's not out of danger still, I would say, but he's got a healthy advantage. Let us join Vinu next for his quarterfinals. I believe Vinu's game is also going on. Um, since started share screen here. Guess I had to request that. My bad. I really don't know from where you request share screen, guys. There we go. Request share screen here. Everybody, please do make sure to participate in the giveaway by typing hashtag Arena Nation in the chat while we just wait for Vinu to invite us for his game. It looks like he's not sharing his screen just yet. He had texted me. He's not sharing.
They
Let's go
haven't
back.
started yet. Let's go back to Charanjot. They're
Yeah,
going to
let's
start
just.
after Charanjot and Sahil's game is done.
Off we go, yo. It's 4-2. So we've got a goal coming in from Siddharth. We just missed that. Like I said, CJ is not fully home yet with the result, and there's another scare for him. 4-2 now. Vizmania scoring one back. CJ immediately on the attack, trying to extend his lead further with Luka Bacchio, McTominay, Kylian Mbappe, Viert's lovely turn, low driven into the bottom left. And just like that, Charanjot is back in the driving seat. 5-2, 56 minutes played.
Do you see a way back for Sahil in this, Kunal? Because 5-2, pretty dominant lead there. At 4-2, we could have still argued that if Sahil hit one back, then we could have had a tight game. But do you see him coming back, or anything's possible in FC?
I mean, with FC, you never know. I have this rule where I have different zones. I feel like 3 goal lead still comes under red zone. So 1 goal, 2 goal, 3 goal lead is totally red zone. 4 goal lead then becomes orange zone where you're slightly safer, and then 5 goal lead turns into green zone. So at the moment, if we go by that rule, I feel like it's still between red and orange. If one more goal comes in, then CJ is definitely in a good spot. But again, at the same time, I am not a professional player. Player like Charanjot, if he's in a 3 goal lead, his signals could be very different. His zones could be very different. Maybe for him, having a 3 goal lead is as good as being in the green zone. Here comes Siddharth. Mistake again from Charanjot. He recovers it well with Pefair. That's got to be offside. He knows it. Just 22 minutes remaining here. We might see our first semi finalist already with Charanjot being in a 3 goal lead. Remember, six. Ooh, big mistake from CJ there. And Vizmania gets his third goal, 5-3.
Wow, now we're looking at a good finish. We're absolutely looking at a good finish here.
It's a very shocking
The
error
curse of
coming in there.
the 90th minute curse could be lingering. You never know.
Imagine the scenes if he gets another one here. Yes. It's a very awkward score, this having a 2 goal advantage. You don't know whether to go defensive or to go on the attack. It's one of those ones where decision making could be so important, and also time management could be so important. You got to slow the tempo down of the game. Just try and keep as much possession as possible, control it. And CJ is clearly not doing that just yet with another mistake on the pitch. McTominay finds words. There's a lot of space ahead. Oh, look at that. Gabriel has been sent off for Vizmania there. He's down to 10. I think that is a big, big, big blow.
That could be
That,
a
yeah,
curtain
yeah.
caller.
I think that should be it for CJ now. 2 goals up, a man up, time on his side. I don't see Vizmania turning this around. Again, we've seen stranger things happen. Subimendi, CJ, not in a rush. He knows he's comfortable here. The man up doesn't have to really go aggressive. 10 minutes remaining here. Have we started the game between Vinu? Amol, any update on that?
Not yet. He's just waiting on our go ahead. We've also got Jahaan and Saransh also ready.
That's going to be an interesting one. Pro versus pro game there. Salma. But lovely fight. Yeah, I must say
So
that.
Vinu's comfortable with streaming Saransh and Jahan's game after this. We appreciate the cooperation there. So we'll get that streamed, and then we'll head on to Vinu and Claire's game.
Okay, on the other
Because
end,
here's the
CJ
thing: we
has
we want
made
to
it 6-3
show
here.
as many games as possible. We want to make sure that
Mm.
everybody gets screen time, and then our viewers get to see how these guys play.
Yeah, I guess watching the best player in India is not enough, so we can definitely provide our viewers
Yeah.
with some more action here.
By the way, for the viewers, we've got some guests coming on. We've got a good friend named Ash, who has his own channel called Ash Talks Football. He's a Manchester United fan. He does a lot of podcasts on football. He's going to be joining us pretty soon in an hour or so on the stream, all the way from. He's going to be streaming from Canada,
Oh,
so we'll
lovely.
welcome him for a little bit of chatter. We're going to have Vinu with some tactical insights later. We're going to probably hope to have also Enzo on the stream to give a little bit of her feedback on how things are going, some fantasy Premier League tips from her. So we're going to make it a fun stream for sure. And then, of course, we've got the MVP FC breakdown, right? So what's there to worry about?
Amazing. First result of the quarterfinals is here. Charanjot heads through
Congratulations, Charanjot.
to the
All right, we've got our
semi-finals.
first winner. Awesome. To the semifinals. He's going to play somebody from the next game, the winner between Saransh and Jahaan. Let's see who
Ooh.
wins there.
So we could potentially see Charanjot go up against Saransh or Jahan. Whoever wins this one. Let's head straight over to that game. Winner plays man himself, Charanjot, between these two.
Could we have everybody drop a flame in the comment for Charanjot?
Let's go. And also the poll clearly favoring Charanjot here. Can we have a new poll, Amol, here between Saransh and Jahan
Oh
next?
yeah, of course, absolutely,
Charanjot
absolutely.
has cruised through in the chat, in the poll, with 90% voting for him to win. And they were right. Here we go between for our second quarterfinals here between Jahan and Saransh. This one could be a little harder to predict compared to the previous one, since both of these guys are very well known in the pro scene. Jahan, of course, from Mumbai, and Saransh from my town, from P Town, Pune.
So we're looking at two neighbors, kind of like a derby game here.
Yeah, this is Manchester Derby. This is
This is
Maharashtra
the
Derby
Maharashtra derby.
coming in.
We've got it there.
Here we go. So the one who knocks, I believe, should be Jahan, and CPT Levy is Saransh with the Leicester badge. In the orange kit, Saransh now in possession. I hope I'm calling it right though. For all we know, it's the opposite, but pretty sure Jahan is in blue and Saransh is in the Barcelona kit here. Here comes the trigger ahead, fake trigger. Giroud. What an interesting choice from Saransh, using that Footy's Giroud card and scoring with him as well, right in the first 5 minutes here, playing him as a left mid in game. That is what lengthy meta could do for a card like Giroud there. Getting the first goal in for Saransh. He's in the lead immediately with the comeback here um, from Jahan from that kickoff. Wow, we are off to a lightning start here. 1-1 in 7 minutes. Back to back goals coming in from Saransh and Jahan. And Saransh immediately on the attack as well. Can he get another one here? Pretty chaotic. This is where it gets more end to end and neck to neck between players. It's not going to be as one sided as you could think of. De Jong here. Saransh defending that ball.
Chat, can we see the support here for Saransh and Jahan? Who's your favorite? Just type it in the comments.
There's Kika in possession. Bellingham. Cuts inside. Meteo. Interesting few players here selected by Saransh. That new 98 Meteo. I've actually tried her as well in Foot Champs with Press Proven Plus ad given her. Of course, all these cards are customizable, remember. So Saransh using that card. But now Jahan on the attack. Beautiful save by Saransh's goalkeeper there. Was a huge chance for Jahan to make it 2-1 in the game. Danger still not over though. Fair. This time loses it out. What a lovely through pass there after triggering Isak, and he should make it 2-1. 19 minutes in, Saransh taking the lead
That's
against
great,
Jahan.
crazy, right? Because Isak also scored for Liverpool against Nottingham Forest in real time. We know they're trailing Nottingham Forest by 2-1.
And
With
just
10
as you
minutes to
speak,
go
it's
there.
2-2 actually, Amol, in
Oh,
real life.
this is oh, it's 2-all. Awesome.
Yeah.
This is a crazy. We've got
Uh,
two crazy games simultaneously happening.
Victor
Liverpool again with the late
Munoz.
goal.
Yeah, Victor Munoz making it 2-2.
Which club does our viewers support? You know, viewers, can you type your favorite club in the comments? Look, both of us are Manchester United fans. You know, as crazy as it sounds. But what about all of you guys? Let us know your favorite club in the comments.
Ooh, 2-all again in this one as well. Jahaan getting that goal back. Not seen a two-goal cushion yet for either of these players. Jahaan coming back twice in the game after Saransh taking the lead. He's relentless that way. He's not going to let Saransh get into a comfortable spot at all. As he comes on the attack again, would be interesting to see if and when Jahaan can take the lead, whether he'll be able to hold that up. Because so far he's just been chasing the game, but succeeding at it. And once again, while speaking, Saransh going in the lead for the third time straight in this game. 30
Wow,
minutes played, 3-2. Isak with
neck and
another
neck.
goal for him. And funnily enough, all three goals have come from his wingers, from Giroud and Isak. Can you believe it? He's playing them at left mid and right mid.
Wow.
Like I said, lengthy meta is what works, and it again is a live example. Even when two pros go head to head against each other, it's the wingers doing all the magic right now.
Do you see the lengthy meta working in FC27 again?
I don't really think so. I think we had discussed this in the podcast as well, where they have reduced the trigger timing to just 3 seconds now. So if you trigger a player, the player will only run for 3 seconds and then stop, which might help stop this abuse of wingers, which we saw a lot in FC26.
I think my Saturdays game set and match, Kunal, with these amazing games that I'm watching. It's always
Mm,
fun to watch them.
absolutely. Jahan trying to just get a bit of breathing room by holding possession. And suddenly, with a very lovely switch here, he's onside as well. Joe Linton hits the finesse, not quite in the corner, and hence, keeper was able to save that easily. Once again, corner comes in. Joe Linton makes it 3-all. Jahan is back for the third time in this match. This
Wow.
time, a goal coming
Scoring
in.
off a corner.
Yes, from a corner. The one we saw Charanjot also try in the first match. Jahan scoring from that very same corner technique.
I've seen some of our friends, you know, use this technique a lot in a lot of streams that we've been seeing off late on YouTube and Twitch with Indian players. Good to know, you know, there's a lot of different tactics,
Yeah.
just not the same stuff, but many different kind of ways to score from corners.
Here we go. It's half time between Saransh and Jahan with nothing to separate the two. Six attempts, 50-50 possession, 3-all scoreline. Extremely tight as we anticipated. As it stands, both are level.
What's your prediction, Kunal? What do you think? Who's gonna take it from both of these guys? It's pretty neck and neck. I can't make my mind up at all.
I mean, so far from what I can see, Saransh hasn't gone down in the match. Now, could that be maybe a jinx or a curse that he might concede a late goal and go down for the first time and suddenly lose the game? I don't know. But if I have to just go by that, I think Saransh has a minor edge since he's the one constantly taking the lead and then Jahan coming back. So if Saransh can score again and just try to strategize on how he can maintain that lead instead of conceding again, see him go through. Alternatively, you never know what could happen if Jahan ends up taking the lead for the first time in this match. How does Saransh react to that? And as we can see, another beautiful L1 triangle pass from Jahan. Another chance wasted from him. He had the opportunity to actually take the lead. But then, once again, corner technique coming in clutch. Joe Linton wins the ball in the box, hits the post. Another chance goes begging.
Oh, that was so close. Almost off my seat. This game's one hell of a game.
It's been super tight now. Jahan getting two corner chances there, missing out. Saransh finally gets away from it, gets some breathing room, but loses the ball out in the attack. Now Jahan with Salma. It's a shot. It's a ball back. Young. Another interesting right back choice here, very popular amongst the pros. Pubel. Salah with the shot. There's the lead for Jahan for the very first time in this match. 55 minutes played. Salah scores a beautiful finesse, and
It's
Jahan
the Egyptian king
is
who makes it possible for Jahan. It
finally
is
in the
the
lead.
Egyptian king.
And he's not stopping there. He's on the attack again with Salah. Oh my God.
That's a gorgeous finish right up to the top corner.
So close there
Absolutely love that
again.
goal.
Uh, Jahan actually would have been two up now. He's very, very close to making it 5-3 for himself. Saranj getting away with one there. Another trigger comes through from the
Oh,
wings to Giroud, makes it 4 all. There we go
for
again.
all, what a
All
game.
the
What a game,
goals,
Kunal. Oh my
all the
God.
goals coming from
Goals
Saranj's
galore.
wingers there again. Jahan
Is
just
this going to
cannot
be a
stop
cricket
it.
score? Is this going to be a cricket score?
We are used to it with a lot of these FC games, but all goals coming in from the flanks. Yet again, Jahan
Isn't this
needs to
what we
find a
love,
way to
right?
stop it.
From the pro players, they're not going to sit back. Even if they lead, they just want to score more and more. That's what makes this game entertaining. And despite all of its frustrations that people have, it's what makes it fun. You don't see pro players just sitting back, holding the ball, wasting time. They just want to go for another one.
Now the chance there for Saranj, he makes it 5-4. Kika
Whoa.
this time. This match, you seriously cannot predict where this match is going, Amol. I mean, we saw Jahan take the lead, but Saranj scoring back to back goals and again taking the lead. Just like that, it's 5-4. And Jahan this time on the attack. It's just end to end. Dembele, 5 all. Okay, I'm lost for words here. He's just made it 5 all. Non stop attacking football from both ends. Jahan again coming back in the game. We've not seen any of the two take a 2 goal lead yet in the match. It's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Here we go again with Saraj on the attack with Isak. Wow. We might already see our first match. I mean, the first match go into extra time, maybe even potentially into pens if there's no more goals, or even if there are goals the way they are coming out back to back for these two. This could be heading into extra time. Here's Giroud again. Finds Meteo. Kika just wiggling through that defense, but wonderful defending from Jahan. Winning that ball back. Now, can he counter? I can see a trigger on the right. Oh, a lot of space ahead of Saranj there. Meteo with the shot. Is that a penalty? No, it's not. In fact, it's a goal kick, not even a corner. Another let off for Jahan. Wow. Substitutions coming in here.
Could we see one last push? See who's going to win it and who's going to meet Charanjot in the semis. The mighty Saudi Alawaran being substituted in. So let's see what he has to offer.
Sorry about that. Here we go. Oh, wait, did we just miss a goal here? We didn't. Sorry, got a little confused there. There it is. There's a goal. Sorry for being
Oh, we've got
distracted
it.
here, but it's 6-5
We've
here
got it.
to Jahaan. Jahaan could be heading through here. Saransh conceding very late on, and on top of that, losing possession as well. Now, all Jahan has to do is hold on for a minute, and he'll be heading to the semi finals and will be facing Charanjot. What a huge blow this is coming in for Saransh. One goal lead throughout the match, here and there, but Jahan kept pushing and he goes through. This match is not going to head into extra time. We've got Jahan beating Saransh. Wow,
Wow. Okay, that's a quick one at the end.
that is a big one for Jahan, who's our second semi finalist now, and he will be facing Charanjot in the next
Congratulations,
one.
Jahan. Let's hear it up for Jahan in the chat, everybody.
That's a massive result. And by the way, the chat had 65%. Chat had voted 65% of them had voted for Saransh winning this one.
So this could be a little bit of an upset in that sense, as we can call it.
Yeah,
But
but
I
at the
think both of them
same
were
time,
neck and neck. Absolutely
exactly.
brilliant players.
I think we cannot even call it an upset at this point because both of them took each other head on, man. It's a wonderful, wonderful game. Jahan going through now. We have Vinu coming up against One Pro King. This is going to be a very exciting watch. I'm looking forward to watch both these guys because I know these two. I've faced these two. And I want to see how they go up against each other. Both top class players. Let's have a poll for these two as well. Let's see if you guys can get it right this time. So 65% have voted for Saransh to go through. We have Jahan, one who was undervoted in the chat, making it to the semi-finals.
So I think we've got two games in parallel that are starting right now. We've got Vinu and Clary both playing, and we've also got Vanshaj and Aditya who are going to start pretty soon. If you receive the share plays, then let's try to cover both of the games together.
Yeah, we'll keep going back and forth between the two, depending on how the
Sure.
games are going. So the other opponents, if y'all are watching, Aditya, Vanshaj, one of y'all, please do make sure to invite as well and keep. I'll keep hovering between the two games. I hope the game is not lagging here for these players because there's a bit of a lag here, and I don't want to like. Let's hope nobody's getting a bad experience between these two because both of them are competing seriously here. We've got a first corner coming in again. Similar corner tactic to the one we saw last game as well. I don't want to give them any disturbance here. Let me keep my controller away. Dore winning that ball back. Pinu, of course, is in red. He's the one hosting. Kane, Olmo. Kane somehow keeps the ball alive in attack. Zaka loses out to Fabian. Ooh, there's a huge chance here now for One Pro King. He takes the lead. Pinu going down in 12 minutes against Clary here. One Pro King. Wonderful goal there, low driven shot. How does Vino respond here now? Responds here. Zaka, Kane, Young. A very important interception. Is this a multiple poll here? It's a single poll here, Amol. You cannot run two polls. I mean, you
It is a
cannot vote
single
for two.
poll.
Yeah, you
We
can't
can
vote
vote
for
for
two.
two, but let's see out of these four who our audience chooses at max.
One pro king here scoring again.
Oh,
Vinu
that's a
is
2-0
two
lead.
down in the first 17 minutes of the game. An immediate pause cued here by Vinu. He is struggling a little bit early on. Instantly goes for change of tactics. That is a huge, huge
Keeper
blow for
movement
Vinu.
cost him a bit. Moved his keeper a bit. I think that cost him. And we're seeing a change of tactics here. Let's see how this is done. I've seen him come back from 4-0 down on his streams. So this is going to be interesting on how he goes complete gung ho on his opponent now. A pretty interesting game.
Yeah, I just have one concern for Vinu here since he's the host and we can see a little bit of lag. I hope he is not lagging. As long as his gameplay is good, it shouldn't be an issue here. But if he's lagging, then that's a disadvantage for Vinu. Cherky in possession. Kane finds Pedri. I highly doubt Vinu is getting such laggy gameplay. It's more to do with the share screen here. Otherwise, it would be unplayable for him. Maybe in the second half, we can ask.
Allow them to, yeah, we can ask them to play their way, and then we can switch on to the other game till then.
Yeah. In fact, let's do that right now here. But wait, we've not been invited by Aditya or Vanshaj just yet. Amol, if you can get it checked if these guys are ready to go, we can join them then.
All right, let me check for that.
Meanwhile, one pro king, aka Clary, looking pretty comfortable with a 2 goal cushion here. 26 minutes played. He's on the attack again with Rashford cutting inside. Fabian De Jong, Usman Dembele, not in a rush, not risking any passes. He's taking his time. He's turning. He's recycling. That's got to be offside there, Fabian.
Just so people know, Clary hails from Goa, and his favorite club is Manchester City, who won 4-1 yesterday against, who did they win against? Yeah, Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace,
Pretty
yeah.
formidable performance, from Sherky and Haaland, of course, and even Phil Foden.
Disaster for me in FPL, just on a side note.
Oh, I had a horrible week last time. Every United player hitting a blank, Haaland hitting a blank, but let's see if I can be saved this time.
Okay, here we go. 3-0 for Clary here. Gets another goal in. Vinu is under serious trouble here in the match. 33 minutes played. He's got to respond before halftime, and he almost did with Olmo.
I
Olmo,
think
yeah.
Vanshaj has invited you
Yeah.
for
I'll
the
be
other
joining
game
him
that's
at
happening. Let's
halftime.
switch on to that.
Let's switch on to it at halftime here with just 10 minutes remaining. I believe Vino is under massive trouble. Let's see if he can get a goal back or whether one pro king continues to dominate here and get another one. Here he comes again. Torre this time. Just hitting that bruiser challenge. Ashford. Young. O'Reilly with the interception. So Vinu's also playing O'Reilly on the left hand side. Wins the ball there. 3 minutes remaining for halftime. Clary with a 3-goal advantage against Vinu. Will Vinu get a goal back before halftime? About to find out this attack here. And there's no space, really no time on the ball allowed by one pro king. It's just taken Vinu out by surprise here. What a perfect half for Clary. 3 goal lead at halftime. Got Vinu with a mountain to climb in the second half. But
Should we switch to the other
yes,
game?
let's switch to another pro versus pro game here between Aditya Chadda and Vanshaj. Both of these players being in top 10 of the Indian pro scene, of Indian FC pro scene. It's gonna be a huge game between the two. Vanshaj known for his possession play, and Aditya Chadda very dynamic, very versatile player, I must say, from what I've seen in offline events, in LAN events. This should be an exciting watch. Here we go. Can already see Courtois and Hill as the goalkeepers for these two lineups. We won't get to see here, but Akaza against Time to Pound. Now, Akaza is one such. Time to Pound is going to be Aditya Chadda here in white in the England kit. Vanshaj straight away with a mistake. He's playing in co-op camera, which is very interesting. I've noticed most of the pros use telebroadcast, but Vanshaj here is actually on co-op cam. He likes that broad view of the pitch. And as I said, he's a super positional player. So we'll get to see whether he can have high amount of possession against Aditya Chadda or not. First corner coming in, another save from Gill here from the corner. And I've seen a repetitive pattern from each and every pro taking a long corner instead of short and going for aiming for the tallest player, player locking it back outside the box and improvising from there. Every single player has been using the same corner technique, guys. So take notes if you're watching this and want to learn how pros play. This is definitely a repetitive pattern. And as we speak, Aditya Chadda has taken the lead. Prefer with the goal here coming in from the left hand side of the pitch. Another
How
lengthy
often
player.
have we seen Pfeiffer, in this game? How often have we seen that player?
She is becoming more and more common this year because of lengthy meta again. And
Lempty Meta, of
yeah,
course.
it's I mean, just read between the lines, guys. You can understand what the meta is from corners, from the wings. Y'all are noticing all the pros go through those repetitive drills because these guys are best of the best. They know exactly what works in the game and they practice that to perfection.
Who would be your preference, Pina versus Pfeiffer? Choose one.
I'd go for, again, prefer because she is lengthy on the wings. And if I have to choose for a striker position, I would rather go for Pina.
There you go.
It is what it is. Olise coming in for Chadda here. Ball rolls inside, loses it out to De Jong. Hansen Aaron, another very popular card throughout the year. On the attack, here's a goal. It's 1-all. Vanshaj equalizing with Hansen Aaron. Wonderful play there. Good switch off play. Good player lock. In the end, Hansen Aaron had plenty of space in front of him. And he gets a nice low driven in the right hand corner. Or rather in the left hand corner. Here's Aditya now back from kickoff. Somebody in the chat is asking Vinu lost. We have to cover the game. He's 3-0 down at halftime. If you guys want me to switch over, we can do that because there will be
Let's
some
switch over for a bit.
intense moments in that game going on. Let's have a quick look at what is happening here. So 3-0 down at halftime. Looks like he's still 3-0 down with 55 minutes played here.
Can they
Oh, in
do
fact,
on Munich?
it's 5-1 here in the match. It hadn't synced in for me. So Vinu, as it stands, is very close to heading out of the tournament. One Pro King taking him by storm with a 4 goal advantage with just 14 minutes remaining in the game. I think this is mission impossible for Vinu here. What a performance it's been from One Pro King, taking on one of the giants of this tournament in Vinu. Thank you, Saeed. Welcome in. There are a few questions coming in here for you as well, Amul, in case you want to answer them.
Of course, bring them on.
So, Saeed is asking, what else can we expect from your channel, Arena Nation? Are you a FIFA channel or a footy channel?
We're not just a FIFA channel. We're here to try to push the sports culture scene in India and obviously more countries eventually. Our aim for the first calendar year is, of course, to focus on sport oriented games. And of course, there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming for GTA with our esteemed streamers that are going to be guests on our channel. Beyond that, we're going to be hosting a lot of in person, on ground tournaments, physical tournaments, five-a-side football games, paddle tournaments, you name it. We're also going to be arranging a surprise arcade championships. If you're a fan of arcade games, talk about ski, hockey, talk about all these other games, then Arena Nation is the place for you to be. When we announce them, stay tuned, stay subscribed, follow us on Instagram. We'll have a lot of things coming up pretty soon. We'll also have our first drop of merchandise coming soon in a couple of months around Diwali time. So please support us, stay with us, stay tuned.
Getting back to the game here, one final blow from One Pro King, winning it 6-1 in the end against Vinu Hunter. So another favorite in the chat has been knocked out. We are already seeing so many surprises coming in. Earlier it was Saransh with 65% votes in the chat. Now Vinu being one of the more popular ones in the chat, getting knocked out by One Pro King. And huge respect for One Pro King here. What a game, what a performance we've seen from him. 6-1 against Vinu is a massive score, the biggest one we've seen so far in these quarterfinals. Back now with our fourth and final quarterfinal here between Chadda and Vanshaj. 3-2 at the moment. Vanshaj in the lead with 42 minutes being played. Another tight one. Could go either way. It's too soon to be calling out the winner here. But at the moment, Vanshaj in a one goal lead. McTominay.
We're working on getting our channel monetized, Weibo. It's a pretty new project, and as soon as it's done, we've got our super chats on. Till then, you can bring in the donations and ring them in on our Google Pay, which I have just listed over there, and we'll make sure to give you a shout out and let people know that you did the donation.
Here we go. That's halftime between Vanshaj and Aditya as well. 3-2 lead for Vanshaj. He's been playing 4-4-1-1 as well. Everybody's on either 4-4-1-1 or 4-5-1. And there's Dogu Amol. You were asking about Dogu. You can see one
As
now.
you call him Durgesh on your Durgesh on
Dogesh,
your
yes.
Stram Durgesh, and that's hilarious every time you mention that.
Yeah, it comes from the term Dogesh. Dogesh bhai. So I've turned it into Dogesh with Dogu. Inu is in the chat. I guess he did have that lag in the game, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, we could see that there is
Yeah.
unfortunately bad internet also in his area. So it's pretty unfortunate. But then that's not the last time you saw Vinu. You're going to see a lot of him on our channel on in many tournaments in the scene to help everybody out.
And even on this stream, we'll have a chat with him once he's free to join us. We say on the attack here. Ooh, I can see. So there is connection error here. Every time there's a lag, it means that players are also getting equal amount of lags. That's offside there for Prefer. What I would recommend is if you guys are getting lag, all the players watching, especially the ones who are already in the semifinals, Why not just do 45 minutes, half of share plays, so that it's distributed equally and not one person goes into disadvantage, now. So Charanjot, Jahan, if y'all are watching, just 45 minutes each. If both can share, it will get um like the disadvantage will get distributed equally in case y'all are facing any lag. If y'all are not, then one person can share it. The internet can handle it. It will be all right. Just don't want any of these players losing because of screen share. Bit of a slow one, this. I don't know if it's because of co-op camera or whether in general this match is very tense. There's another chance for Aditya. He is still down. Vanshaj holding on to that lead, bring his keeper out. So far, our three semi-finalists are Charanjot, Jahan, and Clary. And whoever wins in this match will be facing Clary in the second semi-finals. The first semi-finals, as we already know, is between Charanjot and Jahan. Dembele here winning. Not much action so far, but you love to see a realistic scoreline for once rather than have a fully explosive game. And as I speak, it is 3-all in the game. Aditya getting his comeback goal in the match, making it 3-all, 65 minutes played. Game on.
Is this going to go to extra time or penalties down the line?
You never know. There a kickoff opportunity here for Vanshaj. He just missed that with Dembele. But I mean, the way these guys play, we saw another pro versus pro game, how close it was between Jahan and Saransh. So you just can't say which way it's going to go. Oh, call to a getting nutmeg there by Harry Kane himself. Or rather, was it Hansen Aaron? My bad. It was Hansen Aaron nutmegging Portua and Vanshaj taking the lead once again. Penalties would be so intense. Yeah, we've not seen a single quarterfinal go into extra time and penalties just yet. Maybe that's getting saved up for semi-finals and finals. We never know. Remember, all the games are 6 minutes per half. There's only a single leg. There is no there's no two-leg tie. There's no goal difference. There is no draw. You have to win it in a single match. We'll also be having third place game today after the semi-finals, because the top three prizes are 12,000 rupees for the winner. It's 5,000 rupees for the runner-up, and third place also gets 3,000 rupees. So top three do walk away with cash prizes here. And remember, one of you guys in the chat is going to get a free copy of FC27. So please make sure to participate as much as possible. To make sure to write hashtag Arena Nation in the chat.
Oh, that's great. We've got a kind of a super chat from Weibo of 50.
Oh, lovely.
Thank you for the contribution, Weibo. It means a lot. We really hope you're enjoying the stream and to more support from you guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Oh, is she onside there? She was on. No, she was offside. Let's be back in a second. Sorry, guys, I had forgotten getting my water in. Back here, 5 minutes remaining. What a chance as I join back in for Aditya to seal the deal, or rather to come back, because Vanshaj is in a 4-3 lead.
Oh, wow. Here's another donation that's come in, Kunal. This has come from Rohan FCW1S, 200 INR.
Lovely there. And as soon as you spoke about the donation, Aditya has just equalized. So the wish in the chat of getting a game into extra time and penalties might just come true, because we've got 2 minutes remaining here and Vanshaj will go for that 90th minute chance. If he does not end up scoring, we will be heading into extra time here. One last attack. Can he do it? Vanshaj with Dembele cuts inside Saliba with a vital interception, and the game goes into extra time. We've got our last quarterfinals going into extra time here, and the first one which has gone beyond 90 minutes. So careful what you wish for in the chat. You've just gotten it. Show us pens. Yeah, 30 minutes of additional time, and then we'll be heading into pens if it stays level, as we all know. And getting back to that donation call, thank you, Rohan, in the chat for the 200 GPay. Welcome in, Vamsi. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, Dhruv. Avro's been there since the start. Lovely to have you guys here. Off we go for extra time. Probably also the lowest scoring game of the four that we've seen. We saw 6-1 there between Vinu and um, One Pro King. We saw Charanjot, I believe he won it 6-3 or 5-3, similar to that. Now we are at 4 all here. Payor with the shot. Vanshaj taking the lead. Even Jahaan versus Saransh was 6-5, if I remember correctly. So all the games had a lot of goals. This one combined is pretty up there with 9 goals, but very close, very tight in terms of the goal difference between these two. We did not see anybody take a 2 goal lead yet again. Two pro versus pro games in the quarterfinals. None of them took a 2 goal lead. It remains that way with 98 minutes played. Aditya on the attack, intercepted there by Torre. Aloiran, Payor now. Is Vanshaj about to do it? Is he about to take a 2 goal lead with Aloiran? What a block coming in from Torre, the 6'9" beast in game. Putting it out for corner. First short corner that I've seen right now of the quarterfinals. Payor tries to find space here. Lucher. Dembele. Meteo. Lukubaki on the counter for Aditya. Cuts inside. Dembele with the shot. Gabriel with the block. And now, one last counter attack before half time of extra time for Vanshaj. Will he make it 6-4 and kill the game off? What a recovery from Alexia. Insane recovery, driving backwards and intercepting that ball in a crucial area. Wow, 5-4. It is an intense match at the moment between Aditya and Vanshaj. Let me just Switch over here. Off we go. For the second half of extra time. Really? Alo Iran? Oh, you're back. I thought you had left there. You didn't miss anything. There's a goal which has taken place now, 10 minutes remaining in the game. Vanshaj is in a one goal lead, like 5-4 is the scoreline. 9 minutes remaining of extra time. Here comes Aditya on the attack. I believe that is offside. It is offside. Big chance. Big, big, big chance there for Aditya to come back. Vanshaj just has to hold on for 4 more minutes. He loses possession. Throw into Aditya. It's now or never for him. Cannot afford to lose possession now. He loses it, it's as good as over because Vanshaj is not going to let him breathe after this. There is a huge opportunity here. Meteo equalizes for Aditya. He capitalizes on the chance, makes it 5 all, and once again, Chad getting what it wished for, potentially. One last counter attack or attack for Vanshaj on the 128th. Miss this and it goes into penalties here. Fair cuts inside, hits a shot and misses it. Wow. Oh, that's going to be huge there. It goes on to penalties after all. And first penalty now coming in from Vanshaj himself. That was a huge, huge, huge miss. Imagine now if Vanshaj ends up losing the penalty shootout. That miss is going to haunt him for a very long time. And he misses a penalty as we speak. Second pen, he misses it. Aditya taking advantage, scoring 2 from 2. Wow, this could be a game changing moment here for Aditya. Score this. Oh, he misses. He misses as well. We are back level, just where we were. And Vanshaj misses as well. Oh my goodness. Center. That's it. Vanshaj needs to score this and save. It is a huge, huge moment here. Vanshaj converting his penalty. Last penalty now. Score this, and Aditya goes through to the semi-finals of the Arena Nation tournament, and he misses. He misses the last pen, the winning pen. And Vanshaj misses again. What is happening? I can't. I'm speechless. They are all missing winning penalties. Vanshaj is back again. He scores. So many misses. Unbelievable. And it's still going on. We are still on to sudden death. Vanshaj goes bottom left, scores his pen. Pressures on to Aditya now. Can he do it? He scores. 5 all. Might soon see the goalkeepers take penalties at this rate. Gabriel goes bottom left. Aditya couldn't guess it. Oosterwolde was center. It is still on. Rudiger with the next penalty for Vanshaj. Bottom right. There is a pattern going on here for Vanshaj. Top left. There we go. Keeper versus keeper penalty shootout. Oh, this is tense. Misses. Call to our saves. Now call to against Gill. Can Gill save it? He cannot. Aditya Chadda is through. You couldn't have written a better script here. Call to her with the winning penalty. Can you believe it? Aditya is our fourth and final semi-finalist. He'll be facing One Pro King in the semi-finals. That was wow. That was insane. 7-8 on pens. Amol, I think you're on mute. Amol, can't hear you. My goodness. What a way to end quarterfinals here. Incredible game. Yeah. Incredible game. 53% possession, both at it. Similar expected goals, same amount of shots almost. Neck to neck. Awesome game. And in the end, Vanshaj missing that 120th minute chance and then losing out on penalties. That was crazy. What a game to close off the quarterfinal. So it's confirmed then. We've got our four semi finalists in. Make sure to write wins in the chat for Vanshaj for that fight, for Vinu for the fight, for Saransh for the fight, and also for Siddharth. Wins in the chat for the quarterfinalists. Gave such a great fight. Oh, amazing. The stream link or share screen? Okay. Waiting for that. This is my team. Just a cheeky reveal till then for the ones who didn't see today afternoon's stream on my channel. This is what I was using. But what a game, guys. Okay. I'll be joining him, guys. This one, Amol will be parting ways for now, guys. So thank you, Amol, for being here. He'll be joining us back again in maybe half an hour after the semi-finals, maybe in half an hour, an hour. Let us go. Lovely stuff there, guys. Make sure to drop a like as well on the stream. Wow. That quarterfinals was insane. Courtois with the winning penalty for Aditya to get him through to the semi. So once again, for people who were not here and who are newly joining in, we're about to start our semi-finals of the tournament. We've got Charanjot going up against Jahaan in semi-finals one, and we will be having Aditya Chadda up against One Pro King, aka Clary, in the second semi-finals. It's a single leg tie. There are no there's no goal difference. There's no draw. It's a straight out tiebreaker. If you don't win in the 90th in the 90 minutes, you go on to extra time. If you don't win in extra time, you go on to penalties. So one of these two will be heading to the finals of the tournament. Jahan is the one hosting. I guess let's wait for these two to set up. These were our 8 contestants. from this stream. So we saw Charanjot go through against Siddharth. We saw Aditya go through against Vanshaj in penalties. Vinu losing out to one Pro King, and Jahaan going through against Saransh. Tough bracket then. Yes, so Jahaan just knocked out Saransh. He now has to face Charanjot. Very intense. And for Aditya, he'll be facing one Pro King. And yes, Vanshaj is a pro player. Are you? Asking in the chat. For the people who are joining in new again, there's a giveaway also for the chat. Make sure to type exclamatory Arena Nation if you want to participate in the FC27 giveaway. We will be announcing one of the winners, randomizing it in the chat, and getting a winner live on stream. One of you all will walk away with an FC27 game, whether you're on PC or Xbox or PlayStation. Okay, I just don't know what happened here. The game's about to start. There we go. Jahaan against Charanjot. Jahaan in the blue kit, Charanjot in his popular outfit of Liverpool, red jersey. Off we go. Salah passing it to Charanjot's defender there. Lot of early triggers being seen on the pitch by both the players here. De Jong tries to lob it through to Salah. Back to the goalkeeper. Welcome in, Jay. Pietz. Kylian Mbappe, 1-0. Lovely finish shot there from 98 Kylian Mbappe. Charanjot, with 7 minutes played, takes the lead against Jahaan. Is off to a flyer, as we'd expect. We don't have a poll running in the chat if any of the people from the organization are watching. Please do make sure to run a poll in the chat between Jahaan and Charanjot. Let's see who do y'all think is the favorite in this one. Charanjot back on the attack, trying to make it 2 to the good. Strand. Kylian Mbappe goes for a shot again, this time intercepted. Strand. Words saved by Gill. Charanjot, all out attack at the moment. He wins the corner. Salah gets the ball, or rather, Mbappe makes it 2-0. 2 to the good. Charanjot, with 15 minutes in, Jahaan needs to come back now. He's just not being able to hold the ball against Charanjot. CJ non-stop. He's going at it again for the third, for the kill. Is he onside there? He was very close to being onside. The keeper comes out anyway, wins possession back, but Jahaan needs to somehow take control. Off he goes in the attack. Here's Salah. Tries to do a Burba spin. Intercepted by Charanjot's defense. Luka Bacchio. Ball roll scoops inside. Oh, that's lovely from Charanjot there to keep the ball in possession. Oh, what an attempt. These are the moments, as we can see, pause queued instantly here. 67% possession for Charanjot with 5 attempts to 0. He's been all over the pitch right now. And you have to take a breather here. Jahaan has paused. He needs to he needs to come up with a plan on how to stop this monstrous attacking threat coming in from India's number one. Dembele, Charanjot continuing to put pressure, continuing to attack. Every time Jahaan gets the ball back, he loses out in the next 5 seconds. I think ball recovery time for Jahaan has been super low. And he gives away possession again here. Welcome, Rizin, in the chat. Yates again for Charanjot. 30 minutes played already. Feel like the game's calmed down a bit. Jahaan has managed to damage control here. Ukabakio, Mbappe, De Jong. Again, heavy touch. Off comes Fair. This should be 3-0. It is 3-0. Coming in off the bat of a very heavy touch from De Jong. Another defensive error. Charanjot taking advantage of Jahan's defensive error there. And it's 3-0 to the good for Charanjot. Jahaan, right from kickoff, however, gets one back with Frankie de Jong, funnily enough. What's the best way of recovering a defensive error? By scoring a goal yourself. Well done, Frankie de Jong gets that goal back, makes it 3-1, and we are back where we were right before that error. CJ playing around in a very dangerous area here. Off comes Jahaan on the counter. De Jong. Salah, first time through pass to Pefe. Cuts inside. Wonderful finesse shot. That is 3-2. Jahaan, much better from him now. Finally showing signs of improvement and coming back in the game. Charanjot from being 3 up is now just 1 ahead in the game as we are about to enter the final stages of the first half. The game just became tight again out of the blue from the man in blue here, Jahaan. Can he make it 3 all even before halftime? 45th minute opportunity incoming here. Joe Linton. This is out on that pass. Just rusted a little bit. Maybe he was aware of the time and wanted to be quick. But 38% possession and 2 attempts, 2 goals for Jahaan in the first half. Charanjot with a monstrous amount of possession and a lot of shots as well. The threat is there, but luckily for Jahaan, he's only 1 goal behind. So he could very easily come back if he can get a grip of this second half. Here we go. Ooh, Charanjot with the kickoff opportunity here makes it 4-2. Deservedly so. He's been pressing non-stop. He's been the one constantly on the attack. Gets a 2 goal advantage again. And off he goes again. With Mbappe. Plenty of space ahead. Birds back to Strand. Mbappe, that was beautiful from Charanjot. I mean, that is one of the best goals you could witness today. Such crisp play, tiki taka football, wonderful, wonderful goal. in the end with a low driven Trivela shot there. Charanjot back in a 3 goal lead after that. Off he comes again. Is he onside? He's not. I can see 3 playstyle plus on Jahan's goalkeeper. So he's not gone ahead and given 5 PS plus to all his players, which is very strange. At the moment, you are allowed to give 5 playstyles to any of your players. Jahaan with the first time shot in the box. He's not giving up. He keeps coming back constantly. Zivin cued a pause here. Maybe some tactical changes incoming for him just to try and come back here. He's there. He is right there in the mix. Every time Charanjot could think he's comfortable, Jahaan gets right back in the game. Strand, Piffet, well intercepted. Now, another counter attack. Players been triggered there. Salah couldn't find that first time through pass to Salma. Jahaan loses out possession. Here's Luka Bacchio now passes it inside to Mbappe. He's got an open net to hit that into. He's never going to miss that. And with 65 minutes played, I think it's safe to say that Charanjot is almost home. 6-3. 3 goal advantage once again. Jahaan with a mountain to climb in the last 30 minutes now. Or rather, the last 25 minutes now, including extra time. Comes straight after him from kickoff. Another pause here from Jahaan. What can he change in the last 20 minutes? Is the question here. Oh, that is. And the screen's gone. Did Jahaan just rage quit? I think Jahaan just rage quit here, guys. We've got our first rage quit coming in of the tournament. So, with that, Charanjot is our finalist. Very interesting here. First rage quit of Arena Nations FC26 online tournament. Jahaan is out. He's done. He's had enough. And just like that, Charanjot makes it through, guys. Let's have Charanjot OP in the chat or win Charanjot in the chat for making it to the finale. And also, let's have GG for Jahaan in the chat. That was fascinating, wasn't it? First rage quit. And as we speak, even Clary and Aditya are ready to share their game up. Both of them are just communicating now in the groups. I'm waiting for one of them to invite. I think Clary's going to come in 10 minutes. So we've got 10 minutes to cover here, guys. That was pretty crazy there. Deep is quite happy with that in the chat. I'm so surprised CJ is the finalist, Shubham is saying. I mean, yeah, very surprising. Who would have thought Charanjot would make it to the final? That is probably caught us all by surprise in the chat that India's Ayush has given his prediction. He thinks 7-5. So I'm guessing home side 7, Aditya 7, and one Pro King 5. 75% of you also voting for Aditya to win in the chat this semi-finals. Here we go. Time to pound against X 1X. Aditya against Clary, aka One Pro King. Aditya in white, Clary in the black kit. Aditya playing in co-op camera as well. So not just Vanshaj, Aditya also likes playing in co-op. He had an opportunity to give a first time through ball there. Missed out on it. Here's Rashford in possession for One Pro King. Turns back. I'm assuming there must be team press active for Aditya to stop him from wiggling around in that corner area. Very mature and patient play from Clary here. Not rushing for his chances there. Taking his time on the ball, but eventually losing out. Aditya, meanwhile, super quick on the counter. That was a deadly looking through pass if it had landed. Could see Dale making that run there, but well intercepted. Now, Clary back on the attack. Rashford loses the ball out. Hansen Aaron to Dembele. Back to Hansen Aaron. A bit of a mispass from Hansen Aaron, but Dembele keeps it alive. Hansen Aaron with the shot jamming through there, making it 1-0 for Aditya. Ball roll scoop, just hitting the defender, and the ball bounces back to Hansen Aaron. Bit of a fortunate one that, but I think Aditya knew what he was doing when he placed Hansen Aaron as a striker. Coming in straight up from kickoff, Usman Dembele also makes it 1-1 for Clary. That didn't take long. And with kickoffs in this game, we know how lethal they could be. And even Aditya was prey to that kickoff. 1-1. Game is back on level terms. Now Aditya with the kickoff. Dale, good pass. Corner kick here. Gill with the save. Long one this to the tallest player. Goes back to McTominay. Henry out of all the players. Blocking that attempt. Lot of triggers ahead. Aditya's done well to hold off to the counter, but now Dembele, ball rolls inside, hits that finesse on his right leg, makes it 2-1 for One Pro King. 20 minutes gone. One Pro King takes the lead against Aditya. And are we in for a crazy game here? Because a lot of people would think that Aditya is the favorite being the pro player, but One Pro King has been absolutely brilliant in this tournament. He just knocked out Vinu in the quarterfinals, and now halfway through this first half, he's in the lead against Aditya as well, one of the very renowned pros of the Indian FC community. Do we have a new star in the making here? Aditya looking to bounce back. Dale, oh, that's 2-all. Another very jammy-ish goal from Aditya and from Dale. You can understand from his selections why he prefers these players over some of those popular names like Olise. Um, it's just incredible, really. Both goals coming from not so popular players in real life. Hansen Aaron and Dale getting Aditya back in the game. Let's see how Clary reacts. He goes for the through pass, goes for the kill straight away. Very direct and optimistic play there. Gomez wins it back. That's got to be offside there. But One Pro King keeps it alive, takes advantage. There's a pause here being cued by Aditya. Maybe, just maybe, Aditya wasn't expecting this to go the way it's going so far with that first half pause. He could be witnessing something special again from one pro king. Rashford was offside there. Wow, he's got 63% possession. We saw a glimpse of it. One pro king has owned possession in the first half. 63 to 37. That's brilliant. However, he makes a mistake here. Can Aditya punish him? Another mistake. Yeah, had to go back just to make sure he doesn't give away the ball in a very dangerous area. Lovely through pass. First time L1 triangle. Not landing, but the idea was right. Hansen Aaron. Dale. McTominay finds De Jong. Dembele intercepted by one pro Kings. De Jong. Great turn. De Jong, first time through pass to Dembele. That was brilliant and quick. Ball rolls inside. Fabian, De Jong again. Crucial interception by Torre. Dale once again not getting tackled easily. First time through pass, Maldini reads that very well. First half has flown by. It's already 45 minutes here. One last chance maybe. Is De Jong onside? He stays onside. Oh, Torre with the most important bruiser challenge there right before halftime. Wow. First half is over. It's 2-all between Aditya and one pro king. And no changes, no breather. We go straight into the second half. Both players pretty happy and content to get started. Big tackle from Gomez. De Jong gives it back. Kelly. Usman. Fabian to Rashford. Tries to cut back. One Pro King has really been dangerous in the attack. Oh, that's wonderful player lock to Dale. Another trigger on the left hand side. De Jong decides to give it to Hansen Aaron instead. Big save from the big man, Gill. Another long corner, this time well intercepted. Off comes One Pro King again. He's so fearless. Doesn't matter who's in front of him. He's taken everybody head on today. Double tap pass. Thierry Henry. 3-2 to the good. What are we witnessing here, guys? Clary going 3-2 up against the giant Aditya Chadda. Wow. Aditya straight from kickoff turns back, serves it on the plate to Saliba. We are 30 in-game minutes away from seeing one of the biggest results of the tournament. Another pass coming in from Aditya, intercepted. It's been rock solid. Oh, big mistake. Hansen Aaron is offside. Aditya with the huge blunder there in attack. Completely free on goal. He accidentally or under panic goes back and then gives it back to Aaron, but by then he was offside. So panic stations. Some bit of nerves being lost there by Aditya. This is incredible. It's now or never. Dale. I think she might be onside, but that is a miss. She was onside. Aditya with two big chances coming in the last 5 minutes, both being missed here. One Pro King this time pausing. I think he knows that the momentum is shifting and he needs a breather. You're finally seeing some pauses being cued here by both these players. But Van King has a huge opportunity here with Dembele. 4-2 to the good. Take a bow, Clary. He's just gone 2 up against Aditya Chadda in the semi-finals of the Arena Nation tournament. Would you believe it? 6-1 win against Vinu in the previous round. 4-2 up against Aditya in the semi-finals. This man is special. He's looking for more with Dembele. Oh, there is a new star in the making here. Henri Saliba. He's still pushing. 20 minutes remaining in the game now. Aditya needs 2 goals to come back. Or we are about to see One Pro King make it to the finals. Wow. Dembele is not getting bruised. Dembele, ball roll, 5-2. Usman Dembele. Oh, and a bit of a dig as well from him. A bit of banter there as well from One Pro King. We are watching one of the craziest games of the tournament. This is unbelievable. The celebrations come out and Clary is cruising through in this match. He's trying to get in Aditya's head at this point with the celebration. Aditya getting one back now. He's locked in hard now. 5-3, 15 minutes still to go. I think that celebration may have triggered a thing or two in Aditya Chadda. He might be looking for an instant comeback here. No messing about from here. 12 minutes to go. Is he about to keep the ball for as long as possible? Fabian, Frankie de Jong on the attack. Ball rolls. Goes back. He's playing it so professionally and maturely this game. But a mistake as soon as I say that. That commentator's curse hitting One Pro King right here. Mbappe, McTominay. So tight in that area. Saliba with the interception, but Alexia comes right back in. Mbappe, is he onside? He's not. He is a fraction offside there. 5 minutes to go. Can Clary hold on? Gives away the ball again. Kylian Mbappe, there's a trigger, and I believe that is offside as well. That might just cool things off a lot here for Clary. Thierry Henry wins the throw in. 2 minutes remaining. We are actually about to see a non-pro player make it all the way to the finals by beating back-to-back pro players. This is so insane. 90 minutes have gone by. 1 minute added on. This has to be it. Clary still on the attack. Loses possession but still wins the game. One Pro King has just taken on one of the biggest pros in India. He's just beaten Aditya Chadda and he makes it through to the finals. He is gonna face Charanjot in the finals of the Arena Nation. Wow. I guess we need to call Amol back on the stream for this one.
Welcome, Ash. Everybody in the chat, let's welcome Ash to our stream. Ash is right now in Canada. He's a regular Manchester United podcast specialist. He has his own channel. We're going to be posting all the links in the chat. There's a lot of amazing content you can view on his channel. Please make sure that you guys go and subscribe to him for sure,
Thank you, guys.
and also follow him on a lot of other platforms wherever you can. I mean, Ash, welcome to the channel. And have you been having a look at some of the games over here? What do you think of them?
Yeah, I mean, I was just checking out some of the games. I mean, I used to play when a lot back in the days in my university days, FIFA a lot. Like in the recent years, I have stopped doing it because it's like it can completely take me to a rage. So I'm like,
Hmm.
to protect my mental health, I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna play career mode, just relax, chill. I'm not gonna do ultimate
Right.
team anymore. I'm not gonna do seasons anymore. I'm relaxing these days. But back in the days, university, I've played like I used to like play for hours completely. So
Of
used to be an
course.
avid player, but not anymore. But
That's
I still
amazing.
enjoy a lot of gaming streams.
It
I
feels
do.
like
That's awesome.
that's the trajectory of every person in life. Just starting off with FIFA just as a
Yeah,
child, and then slowly getting through the dark phase of it, and then eventually coming out of it. Except Amol,
absolutely.
he's still playing it.
Yeah, yeah,
I still
absolutely
played.
amazing.
I think I should start a channel called Unk Gaming, or Boomer
Arc
Gaming
gaming.
for old
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. I mean, folks like us, like I'm in my mid 30s, right? Like we usually
Yeah.
stream, and the kids come in the stream, and they're like, Ankh, what's your opinion, Ankh? So we're the Ankhs
Right.
right now in the
Of
streaming
course.
world. So yeah, we're just getting used to the lingos as well as we evolve.
Mhm.
So it's fun.
Mhm.
I mean, it's always fun streaming as well. So get to know a lot of
Okay.
people. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great,
Well,
man.
good to have you. We're gonna also do a separate session with you someday soon, for so people
100%.
know like how you started everything off.
Yeah,
But if we jump straight into it, like the Premier League season is in full swing already. We had a lot of upsets in the first weekend, and we're on in the second week, and we think it's going to be the
yeah,
same old story for Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool fans, we've got three United fans here. It's going to be a little bit biased over here, so please don't feel bad and do not unsubscribe to us, because we love all football. We love football in general, right? So what's your take so far on early first impressions of the season, Ash?
I mean, it always is going to be a difficult season because it's the post World Cup season. You have seen in the past, like when you have seen people getting gassed out. They have a long season the previous season and then going to the World Cup, and I keep telling people like, we have to start preparing for a life where you might not see even 60% of the output that Bruno gave last season. You will not, because Bruno had a long season. He came from a World Cup. I always say that you have to keep on evolving. You have to keep on thinking ahead in terms of like, because it's also going to be a very long season. Like we are in four competitions these days, and it's a fact for other teams as well right now. So that's why you see the early impressions tells you easily that Arsenal has the most stacked squad today, right?
Hmm.
Years of rebuild, years of facing the hate, facing all the animosity around, and they finally delivered. Are finally able to break the Man City dominance. It means something, which means there's a blueprint right in front of a lot of teams today. That
Correct.
this is how you exactly do a rebuild. It actually will form the foundation of this season, where I feel a lot of clubs are gonna
Hmm.
be a little patient with their managers, and if
Okay.
they would be smart, if they are patient with the managers, that's the trend I'm going to see. Also, my first impressions tell that Liverpool are going to have a hard season if they don't fix their midfield and their defense. I still feel their right back, the central defensive midfield is still very weak. They leave a lot of spaces around as well. But from an attacking POV, I've never had any doubts on Andoni Iraola, because I rate that coach really high. I've analyzed him enough to tell you that he's just going to improve the team a lot. And on United, I mean, my disappointment has been this transfer window. I can assure you. Like, I don't know what you guys think, but I can assure
Yeah.
you this transfer window has been so disappointing. Like, you knew, like like I can go on a monologue on this, like, but just to sum it up, you knew that Casemiro was leaving, and I'll tell you the exact date, January the 22nd, where it was declared that Casemiro was leaving, you knew by April you're going to
Right.
Europe.
Yeah.
You knew your primary targets,
Right.
right? And that's why I keep on questioning. Like there's Ineos, but there's also Matt Hargreaves, the
Mm.
director of football negotiations at Man United. How can you screw up Matheus Fernandes deal, who was your primary target, wasted time for 2 months, wasted time, and then Spurs took him away. You couldn't get a personal terms agreed with a relegated player. Second, you wasted time on Ederson for a month and a half. Did all the assessment, was your target
Right.
previously the year before, and then he failed medicals. There is a story to it. Yes, he failed medicals, but United definitely did pivot in the transfer market because they kind of saw a green light with Chouameni there, and they wasted time there as
Right.
well. There's so many chronological incidents to this whole transfer window where it was lack of decisiveness, lack of decision making, lack of proactiveness. That right at just 3 days left to the transfer window, we haven't plugged some of our basic, um, positions that we haven't fixed for years,
Yeah.
like our left backs. Like we haven't solved that situation since 12 years post Luke Shaw. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think
I
Luke Shaw's
yeah
gonna play till he's gonna be 60.
yeah
That's what we
yeah
feel. We've given hope. Me and Kunal were chatting the other day, on
yeah
all these updates that are coming in on BBC and Sky
yeah
Sports.
yeah
And the only thing I told him is that, you know what, man, I have lost hope. I'm gonna
yeah
sit back and try my best to enjoy the season. I know
yeah
I'll be happy if United finish third. I'll be more than happy. And
yeah
maybe even have like a semi-final run for maybe the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup.
right
I don't see them going past the knockout first knockout round in the Champions League, even if they do qualify for that, because the
right
squad depth, as big as the squad seems, there's at least 40% players who are more of the fringe category, right? And that's what bothers me. But
yeah
that's
yeah
about United though. But here's another point, Ash. Talking about
yeah
other clubs, Chelsea look pretty impressive this season.
yeah they do they do.
What's your
And
take on Chelsea as overall?
right, so I mean, see, the biggest advantage Chelsea has this season is they are playing 38 games in the Premier League. They are not playing Champions League. They have lesser competitions to worry about. They could easily just like they have the squad depth to easily play a third string or even a second string team in Carabao Cups and still could afford to lose them, because I think their primary focus right now under Xabi Alonso is to form a structural identity at Chelsea, which was kind of missing since Thomas Tuchel, I would say, right? So that's he's establishing that. Second, I would say, I think they are master sellers of their underutilized products. I mean, look at Liam
Right.
Delap getting for 45 to 50 million. I mean,
Yeah,
we are unable to
surprising,
sell
right?
Zirkzee. You see
Exactly.
that's the context I have with Matt Hargreaves. Like there's one side you see Chelsea selling Liam Delap to Nottingham Forest 45 million, and we can't even sell Xerxes. So they are able to replenish the squad a lot better. I think they're a very good coach, a proven coach with a proven identity that it works. And and the difference I say, um, and let me know what you guys think. I think when Amarim came to United with that philosophy of playing back 3-3-4-2-1, we didn't have the right profiles to play that football. At least it would have taken at least 2 or 3 summer transfer windows to clear that whole
Right.
profiles of players. With Chelsea, they already have that. Like they
Right.
have like the Reece Jameses, the Morgan Rogers, the Palmers, very adaptable players. Joao Pedro, adaptable players. They have signed some really good fullbacks. I can promise you, Chavaria was one of the most impressive fullbacks in La Liga last season in terms of crossing, in terms of progression. You have Palestra. Palestra, again, fantastic season at Como. It's just absolutely brilliant.
Right.
Gordon Maxence Lacroix, who is just improving season by season. They're still looking to get in Lamine Kamara right now as we speak. Again, a
Hmm.
target that United pursued long time. Again, one of the names that came up. So they are looking, and the most important thing with Xabi Alonso is he trusts some experience. Chelsea lacks some experience. They have got Henderson. I know people hate Henderson in many ways, but Henderson had a great season at Brentford last season. People don't talk about it. People don't talk about how they've got Danny Welbeck, which we would have loved as a backup for Sheshko. We didn't get him, so they have Danny Welbeck. Great experience. Scored over the midweek as well in the midweek. So I think Chelsea is looking. Don't be surprised, and let me know what you think. Don't be
Yeah,
surprised if Chelsea finishes above us because they're going to play lesser game. They are in the same situations like us last season. They're
like we
going to
were
focus on the
last
Premier
season,
Yeah.
League.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you guys
Y-
think? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I
What do you guys think?
100% think Chelsea would. I mean, at the start, I had predicted them to finish in the
Yeah.
top six, but not above us. But then
Yeah.
when I saw their first game itself, it seems like they
Yeah.
have adapted pretty quickly to
Yeah.
Xavi's system, and which we couldn't do. Similar three at the back system, which we couldn't do for
Yeah.
ourselves. I wasn't expecting them to be so quick with it. And
Yeah.
Palmer certainly looks like he's back to his best. He had a very
Yeah.
decent game. Like you said, there's no European football this year for them, no Champions League, no Europa League.
Yeah.
I feel like they could be targeting that top three, top two spot, especially with so many teams going through a rebuild, so many teams going through
Yeah.
managerial changes. And we
They
could
do.
have been that. We could have been that team this year with Carrick showing some signs of being a good manager, adapting to whatever squad he was provided. He
Yeah.
ended up getting us to the Champions League, but then again, our owners have really not given him enough tools this summer transfer window, or like they're setting him up to fail in a way because he didn't
Yeah.
get a single marquee signing that we were looking for. Even though we got Baleba, which I like, I do rate that
I
signing.
love.
Yeah, I think he fits perfectly in terms of our midfield balance. But still,
Yeah.
the players we were looking at, Elliot Anderson, we were looking at, we didn't go anywhere near him. Didn't even try. Didn't even bid. I understand he ended up going for 116 million, but
Yeah.
at least we could have shown some intent early on, tried to maybe put a bid in, but clearly the
Yeah.
club didn't have any intentions to spend beyond 80 million pounds on a player. And we've seen that this transfer window. We've
Yeah.
not spent what Baleba is our top signing with what 70 plus 5 or 65 plus 5 million.
65 plus 5. 65 plus 5. I think I
Yes.
think that's why I'm very happy that we kind of got him 20 million, 25 million less than the original valuation that Brighton had put. That's a great sign though. I mean
Yeah.
for me it kind of worked out for us, but you're right, man. I mean, honestly, what you said is like the teams United did lack ambition. But there's this other side of it. For me, um, yes, you need to show ambition. Yes, we have our debt situation. Yes, we have people say that yes, we have earned 660 million revenue last season with the champion with not without even playing Champions League. Yes, these are things, but they don't translate into transfer budgets. That's what I keep explaining people. They don't translate into transfer budgets because
But Ash,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think what you're
yeah,
saying, I think it doesn't coincide with what Mr. Mark Goldbridge feels. So there was a recent tweet that I saw that you made, which really holds
yeah,
a lot of substance. That just Kunal
yeah.
just opened up
I'll
with.
break that myth on Carlos Baliba. Yes,
and 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 why don't you break this whole thing up, because this blew up all over the
it,
internet,
it did
on
blow up.
Twitter, on X,
Yeah, 100%.
and just break it up for us, help us understand, like, there's a lot of opinions coming in from people who do podcasts, journalists,
Yeah,
etc. Where's
yeah.
the direction of actual real information going? That's what we're confused in as fans.
100%. I mean, this is where I feel like, as creators, as people like who, I don't know how many people are watching right now, but I think as streamers, as creators, have a little bit of responsibility, you know, to at least place the facts on the table and then make a decision. Because I feel a lot of perception around players are created by narratives and bias. So I have been an avid watcher of Goldbridge since a long time. Like and humble, and it was humble of him to actually reply on my thread, because I actually called him out on his podcast he did with Wayne Rooney, because he said that Baliba was replaced by James Milner, like benched by
Yeah.
James Milner. But I was like, hey, wait a minute. Baliba missed 5 to 6 games due to AFCON. You have a traveling period to and fro into the competition. And he was top in that competition, by the way. Baliba won man of the match against South Africa in that game, in the round of 16 games as well. Baliba was very good like, he had one of the best breakthrough seasons in 24-25 season. Like,
Absolutely.
one of the best numbers in progressive carries, one of the best numbers in recoveries, winning the duels, even switch off play. He had insane numbers. I'm actually making a deep analysis video on our midfield, so do keep a watch on that. And it's going to be a video that's going to give a stark reality of the situation. The perception of Milner subbing him off is wrong. yes, people are forgetting one important factor is people say that he lost his mind because United, he did not had the deal with United last season and he lost his mind. No, he had personal family issues, which was confirmed by the Cameroonian coach. Fabian Herzler confirmed this, that even Baliba actually acknowledged it recently that the team helped him go through that phase. People are just assessing that Milner phase of 6 to 7 games. By the way, Milner only started 7 games for
Hmm.
Brighton that season.
That's not
Baliba
fair to
started
assess.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah,
Yeah, Baliba
it's not a
started
fair
23 out
assessment.
of 32. And had he not missed those 5 AFCON games, Baliba would have easily started 28 games out of 35, which is still a decent number of starts for a 21-year-old. People also don't realize when Baliba joined Brighton, he was also replacing 115 million Caicedo in that Chelsea midfield. And he
Right.
came out with flying colors, man. I mean, if you see the numbers, the breakthrough season was absolutely fantastic. He
Do you
exactly,
think?
yeah,
Yeah.
he exactly like plays in that when he drives the ball, when he wins the duels, just absolute energy on the field. That exactly what Man United need as a profile. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, a lot of the fan bases would have loved Baliba if we would have signed him last season. Then suddenly the narrative changed, because why? The Milner narrative was so pushed that he's not as good as even James Milner, that suddenly people, even after assessing him and watching him enough, have labeled him as a flop. I don't believe on that.
Yeah.
I certainly
Do you
believe that you
think?
need to assess him
But
for 2 seasons.
but to be
Right. Do you
fair,
think it?
like sorry, I just want to point this out. I do agree that like this Milner thing is over exaggerated, but at the same time, I don't think Goldbridge was that wrong when he criticized Baleba throughout the year for his performances. I mean, he did get subbed off for getting a yellow card early on in one of the
Yeah, in
games.
Aston Villa in
Yeah,
February. It
and
was not early. It was Feb in Aston Villa. It was
yeah,
Feb.
and then he also himself in the United interview that he did, Baliba, he literally mentioned that the
Yeah,
fans had the right to boo me as well for the performances I had. So not like he had a great season by any
exactly,
stretch, but at the same
exactly.
time, yeah, not comparing him to like driving this narrative that Milner benched him is wrong. But at the same time, it is still concerning. I'm hopeful,
Hmm.
I'm optimistic that he's still 22. He's going to be a great
Right,
signing for us. But at the same
right.
time, we cannot disregard that previous season. He did have a stinker of a season for Brighton, at least.
I was also so I when I've watched Brighton last season, I was actually tracking that player a lot. I agree to a certain extent, yes, that I won't label the performances as stinker.
Mm,
Stinker, when you say stinker, it's absolute. Your numbers have dropped by massive percentages. Like
mm,
if you compare last season numbers and this season numbers, the recoveries are still good. The defensive numbers are still good. The progressive numbers have gone down. The take-ons have gone down. So he lacked that energy this season. Maybe he just raised the bar so high last season, like the season
mm.
before, that he didn't meet up to that expectation, which is fair, and that's a fair criticism. And people thought that this is a mentality issue. For me, it's just 2.5 seasons in the Premier League at that age. We are not talking about a seasoned player who's 26, 27. We're talking about a player who's still young, 21, 22, and the most important thing, he wants to play for United. That's a huge
Yeah.
factor. That's a massive factor, I would say, in like selecting a player. But you know what's going to happen this season is, I think every touch, every movement of Baliba is going to be scrutinized to the to the
That's
depth.
just the United, like, that's the weight of the
United would.
badge for
Yeah,
for players
while you
generally.
see hundreds and 100 million plus players are producing stinkers game after game,
Mhm.
you will see our players getting scrutinized a lot. And that's why I like to keep like a balance there. It's like I want to see the player first touch grass with a United shirt and let him perform this season to finally get my judgment in. Before that, because either he elevates or the job becomes too hard, even for managers. We have seen the biggest of managers fail at United, man. So the job is different, the responsibility is different, and I think time is going to tell what happens with Bully. But I am optimistic based on my eye test,
Yeah.
but I'll be a little cautious as well.
But the sad part here is, even though we signed a great player in Baliba, we would probably not be able to unlock his potential if we don't surround him by better players all over. Like,
Hundred
if we
percent.
don't get Luke Shaw's replacement in this season, we've got 3 days left now. If we don't do
Bro.
that, How are we supposed to judge Carrick? How are we supposed to judge our three midfielders when the squad in itself is so weak and so thin overall? There's no.
Don't you guys think, like, just assume, all right, we
Right.
finished third with an absolutely depleted squad. We have
Yeah.
had departures, of course, a guy like Casemiro, who
Yeah.
was once booed, and then he had a revival season last year. So you
Yeah.
take him out of the equation. All the other players that have left are not big disadvantages to the club, right? In fact, we've had additions. So based on that metric, we should be performing well. Now, the first game of the season, big players went missing, right? Here's the
Yeah.
biggest concern that I have. Bruno Fernandes was
Mm.
absolutely missing in the World Cup, right? The
Yeah.
first game, he seemed completely out of position.
Mm.
He had two penalty misses in preseason. Okay, those are friendlies, right? But do we see a spiral where perhaps he has hit his peak at United
Yeah.
and we should not totally be dependent on him and maybe usher Menu in the team a little bit more?
But then you're also forgetting the role of Casemiro in Bruno's success. I mean, not just Bruno, we had three well experienced players in Maguire, Casemiro, and Bruno. I know Bruno carried us throughout the season, but at the same time, a lot of the goals also came between those two. Like the link up was there, all the set pieces, all the corners, everything was targeted at Casemiro, and now it will be targeted at Maguire. So Bruno, even though I think he can carry the team, but he also needs some players around him to make it work. And we
Yeah.
saw that, like, if you don't use Bruno properly, we've seen what happens. We've seen that under
Right.
Amrim, where he was a little deep, he was playing as an eight. But at the same time, I think even in Portugal, Bruno wasn't able to perform because he was not given the right type of setup around him. So that's another
Yeah.
important thing.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's why I always said, like, because you consider Bruno's is also aging slowly. Like when I saw him last season, you can see certain games he was in his haunches as well. So that's a sign that yes, you have to start preparing life of an underperforming Bruno plus a life after Bruno as well. That's why I always say like some of the players need to take more responsibility in this team.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I also like and that's why I keep criticizing Ineos this whole. I've been like screaming since the past 2 months, like every day doing streams, like demanding the best for the United. Not the best, you know what? Yes, we talked about earlier that we needed the Elliot Andersons, the other profiles. But at least if you have a 250 million window, the puzzle that I call 250 million transfer puzzle that we always used to spend like for the last 4 or 5 seasons. That's my benchmark right now. You had if you had the decision already that yes, you cannot go for marquee signings, get in your David Roms, get in your 30-40 million players, get in at least your players who's gonna you're gonna lock in the gaps that you have this season. Like I always give the example of Arsenal. When Arsenal actually started the transfer budget revamp under Arteta, they provided him like 6 to 7 signings in his season where he finished fifth. And then they finished second with few more signings with Odegaard, Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, and then they went for Declan Rice. So you need to start filling in those gaps, and then you have the foundation to go for the bigger signings. Having said that, this is where the structure needs to come in to make Bruno comfortable. Now, what I like about the Tielemans signing though,
Mm.
and you said rightly, right, that Bruno used to come deep, used to take all the responsibility to create from
Yeah.
deep, and so that responsibility, if if we use Tielemans well, and that's why Baliba signing is absolutely vital, because Tielemans is is a great creator, is a great line breaking passing machine at
Yeah.
Aston Villa, but he does not cover ground much. So this is where Baliba comes in, right? Tielemans creating those passes, those line breaking passes, and just creating from things from deep, tracking the runners, I think is going to reduce the responsibility of Bruno a lot. And this Bruno needs to understand.
Yeah.
Bruno needs to start trusting this guy, Santos and Tielemans, that hey, I have got you covered in the middle of the pitch. You
Mm.
focus in zone 14. You focus on final third. You keep your mind focused on supplying the likes of Mbumo Sheshko. And if that clarity, Carrick helps him settle down, because we have seen before that sometimes Bruno just takes a lot of responsibility on himself to do a lot of things on the pitch he's not supposed to do. And it all started under Amarim, where he used to play in the pivot.
Yeah.
where he used to do everything, right? So I think
Yeah, that
that's a
wasn't
factor
his
that we
job
need to consider.
actually.
And
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
interestingly,
absolutely.
even now that you've mentioned about Baliba coming in and helping out do
yeah,
all the dirty work in the midfield,
yeah,
even
yeah,
Mount as an eight suddenly makes sense if he's
yeah.
fit and if we can give him a few minutes on the pitch. I think him in that Tielemans role can do the job of a Tielemans
Mason Mount.
in a similar. Yeah,
So I have a little apprehensions on that. For me, it's not the ability of Mason Mount, because it's a matured Mason Mount, right? It's not the
yeah,
Mason Mount of the Chelsea years. It's a matured Mason Mount who knows that his quality on the ball is great. My concern is that can he sustain
yeah.
that
No, exactly.
quality
That's what. Now that
with
we've got
injuries?
our three midfielders in, I think
Yeah,
Mount is a bonus player now for us. We can
yeah,
play him as a 10. He can get in the 10 position whenever we
yeah,
feel like is
yeah,
needed. He
yep.
can play. He can come on for Tielemans for the last 30 minutes and complete the job for the entire
Yeah,
match.
he could.
Yeah.
But I
So.
still feel he's a liability in terms of wages. I mean, 250K
Hmm.
right now is a
That's a
I
massive
lot.
mean,
That is
wage.
but,
That's a
but
absolutely a
lot,
what
right?
lot.
about Rashford then that way? He's on
100%. I agree.
Rashford is the bigger problem then.
Yeah, I recently, I think I mentioned this on my streams that if people don't know, s- PSR is getting replaced with
Yeah.
SCR.
Yeah. Squad
So
cost ratio.
yeah, right. So now you see the 350K wages and Mason
Hmm.
Mount wages of 250K is a huge. Now you remember the phase when we shipped off, like when Rafael Varane left, Martial left, Ericsson left. So we cleared off 500, 600K off the books. Now Casemiro gone, 350K off the books. This headroom of SCR needs to be created. Now this is where I like Mount as a lad, great lad to have in the squad, good qualities as a player, always on the
Hmm.
pitch. He has done something for United. My statement always on players is that your best ability is your availability. So if they are not available, if you're jeopardizing the transfer markets based on your ability, it's not going to
Right.
work out long term. We have to make a plan of shipping Mason Mount next season so that we get him off the books.
But then
Plan
Shaw
to,
says hello to you for the best
I mean, the Luke Shaw
abilities. The
problem. The fact. I'll tell you something interesting. Since we have signed Luke Shaw, right, and this was a monologue on my yesterday's stream. Okay, since we signed Luke Shaw, the only left backs we have signed are Alex Tejes, Tyler Malacia, Sergi Reguilon on loan, Diogo Leon, Patrick Dorgu, who isn't even a left back,
yeah, that's
and we have Luke
that's
Shaw at 12 years, and we have been playing. And
that's
the
concerning.
funny part is, right? The funny part is that we have never learned from those mistakes. It's Eric Tenak football once again. If United does not sign a left back right now, we have again Mazraoui, Dallo in left back situations, again getting overplayed and gassed out the whole season. We used
Yeah,
to play Amrabat, Lindelof, at
yeah.
left
Yeah,
back,
that's like
but
backup
never
options you
striker.
don't want to go for. Absolutely. You don't want
Last
to
season
rely
it
on those
was
kind of
about
backup
for the
options.
midfielders. I mean, we are always like one signing less every
Makeshift.
season.
Yeah, we're just putting in makeshift there. And why, and I'll glad you made this point. Okay, I'll tell you a great distinction of why Amarim football failed and Carrick football actually succeeded. The players were playing in their positions, preferred positions.
Yeah.
It matters a lot in the players' confidence. Like they feel comfortable in their roles. Menu started feeling comfortable in his role of a ball progressor while still giving defcons that season, like
Mm.
at least 10 to 12 defcons that season, like under Michael Carrick. So players will start feeling, if you keep, like, that's why I was loving that whole pipeline we had created with Mbumo, Ahmad, and Shielisi on the right. But my
Mm.
problem is we don't have a backup striker, which means
Yeah, and
Sheshko
now
is
yeah,
not fit.
exactly. Now we are back to the same thing where we are filling roles. We are playing
We're plugging
Mbumo at
Mbumo
striker,
there.
Rashford at striker.
You see, that's my problem. Like a lot of people tell me that, hey, Mazraoui had a great World Cup for Morocco at the left back position, but I'm like, he's not a specialist left back. We
Yeah.
lack specialist fullbacks who can cross the ball. We have been complaining that we have a striker whose heading ability is absolutely insane. A guy who came off Leipzig into United with 70% aerial duels won.
And then we
That's
have
insane.
Shaw as our left back who averages one cross a game. So
He's not the
yeah.
same Luke Shaw anymore, right? I mean, he's not
Yeah.
the Luke Shaw of 2022-23 season where you absolutely linked up with Rashford, and he was one of the major reasons why Rashford actually had a brilliant season that season, right? So these are the things that people need to understand. That we need specialists first, and then you have your backups. Like, like, like Arsenal created those specialist positions and then had a good amount of options where people can plug in different positions so that they can go through that whole season. I always give an example of Arsenal, man. I mean, the whole rebuild,
Yeah,
it took years. We have to follow a blueprint, but not make the mistakes Arsenal did. But there is a blueprint right in front of us. We need to follow and backing the manager first of all.
yeah, and
Ineos have set the character to fail this season.
yeah. And at this point, Ineos are literally doing what you're saying we shouldn't do. They are trying to sign one player who can fill out multiple positions rather than getting a specialist. We are looking at Lewis Kelly, who can play, who's a midfielder but can cover at left back.
I love the
Yeah,
player though.
For left
I
back.
love the
yeah.
player
I
though.
do love him, but at the same time, he's a midfielder first. I think
Yeah.
it's
So we're
He's
not
a
very rare
midfielder
looking
that
first.
at
you
this
get.
hardcore cemented left back, which is available in the market. There are many options,
There are
but
many actually.
Lewis Hall,
I
you look at
Lewis Hall
Balde.
is
We're
an
not
absolute
going for
dream,
other
but even
options.
if you go down the list, I think Truffert, I think Robinson, even I would
Anthony
love
Robinson.
these type of signings
I agree
at the
with you, man.
moment.
Honestly, I
Even
agree with
against
you. You know what?
Chelsea, Robinson was so incredible going
He was
forward.
really good. He was really good. See, I've always like said Anthony Robinson at Fulham in those, and the good thing about Anthony Robinson is he is gonna give you a solid 7 on 10 on every game.
Yeah,
He's not beautiful. He's not world class moving around like Kukureya does, but he does the basics right. I mean, we have lacked players who do the basics right. Right?
yeah.
Anthony Robinson does that. I love that. Truffert, I would have loved. I think United did not go for Truffert. I think there's no clear signs from Bournemouth to actually sell Truffert
Mm.
because Bournemouth has done sales of at least 300 million in the last 2 years. They don't have the desperation to sell. They absolutely like if you see Alex Scott, like people were ready to bid 80 million for Alex Scott, but he's like not for sale. I
Yeah,
like the option of Robinson and a David Rom. David Rom has played with Sheshko. He's an avid crosser, close to
yeah.
26 assists in 3 seasons, so that's great. I
But
would have
then
loved
at
a
the
DiMarco
same
as well.
time, I feel like Rom gives me too much of Teles vibes. Coming in from a
LS
weaker
vibes?
league. Yeah, Alex Teles vibes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
There's something which feels similar to him. And Teles
yeah.
also had insane numbers when we had signed him.
Oh yeah,
So,
he was absolutely. He was a talisman at Porto, man. I mean, he had
yeah.
absolutely fantastic numbers. Um, I feel Premier League proven should be the first
Yeah, I would
criteria right
even
now.
take Matson. I think we were linked to him today.
Yeah,
I
I love
would I
Matson.
would love Matson
Love
also
Matson.
at United from
He's a
Villa.
very good crosser, by the way. I remember when he played with Rashford and your what was that guy Asensio that
Mm,
came on loan. I mean, they
yeah,
three combined really well, right?
yeah.
So Matson is actually a very good overlapper. He can actually cross the ball really well.
Mm,
I like that player. So these are the side, and people are talking about Salinas.
yeah,
Like I feel, I'll ask
Yeah.
you guys, but I'll let you know what I think. I think with Salinas, these, and I've talked to a lot of La Liga creators on this, and I understood the context of why some certain Spanish players don't even want to come to the Premier League at such a young age, because they first want to, they love the weather, they love their families there, they
yeah,
love the Spanish football structure. Their main aim is to go to Real Madrid, Barcelona, or even Atletico Madrid to cement that Spanish national team space. It needs them to grow there to then convince them, like the Marinos, the Zubimendis, to then come to the Premier League. So I feel Salinas, even if the release clause is 16 million, I don't think so. That's a
yeah.
possibility.
And plus, we
You know
don't need an understudy to Luke Shaw. We need
No,
a replacement for him. We cannot. We need
exactly,
competition in that position. He's gonna get
exactly,
injured this season for sure. Like you can write it
100%.
down. We've got
I know that.
so many more games now. So he's gonna get injured.
Yeah.
We need someone who can
Yeah.
give him competition and who can play. And we also know this about Shaw that when there's competition for a role, then he flourishes. It's either the World Cup year or when there's enough competition for him, he suddenly
The World Cup,
flourishes.
yeah.
So
Right.
The World Cup, yeah,
That's with a
man.
lot of players that I've seen. Okay.
Yeah, the
Right.
World
Well,
Cup year syndrome.
yeah. Well, we'll be heading to the finals in 5-10 minutes, but
Yes.
before that, I want to do like a very, very quick trivia with both of you, Ash
mm,
and
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Kunal. So I'm
yeah, yeah,
gonna be asking super quick questions, and then let's see how the answers go. All right.
Okay.
You
done.
ready? Okay. Who is Manchester United's all-time leading goal scorer?
Wayne Rooney,
Wayne Rooney.
You're correct. In which year did United complete the treble? Easiest question of them all.
2008.
Treble, 98,
No,
99.
99, 99. Yeah, 2008 was
Right.
domestic treble.
Domestic treble. 99. Right. Okay.
99.
Who scored the winning goal in the 99 Champions League final? This is a question for
Solskjaer.
dummies.
Solskjaer.
Solskjaer, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer,
Yeah.
smiling assassin.
Because there's a lot, there's a lot of new era fans out there, who may not know
Yeah.
that much about. How many Premier League titles did Sir Alex Ferguson win? With
13.
United?
13, 12 to 13, I think 13 or 12. I think.
13. 13 is the
13.
correct number.
13 is the
Yeah.
correct answer. Yes.
Who holds the record for the most amount of appearances for Manchester United?
Ryan Giggs.
Giggs.
Ryan
Yeah.
Giggs.
Giggsy, it is. He's not being spoken about that much as a legend because of.
I think his reputation got a bit
Because of
damned with
the
what
Reputation got
happened.
messed up.
thing
But
with
then
his brother.
What a player, though.
I really
What an
missed the
absolute
Giggs
legend.
card, in FC because there's no left midfielder. Kunal. in
I
FC,
remember the
who's
winning
a
11
United
days. I used to
legend.
just use him and dribble
Dribble
him.
pass.
Winning
Yeah,
11.
yeah.
Ryan
Okay.
Giggs. Just go
So-
for it. Yeah.
King Cantona signed for United, right, in 1992. Which club did he sign from?
Leeds.
I
United.
was gonna say
There you
Leeds, but it is Leeds. It's not.
It is Leeds. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It is
It is
Leeds.
Leeds United.
It is Leeds. Yep. In what year did the unfortunate Munich air disaster take place that led to shaping United's history in many different
Yeah.
I
ways?
think
26th, 1952. It's 26th Feb.
Wrong answer.
No. Which
I-
one? The Munich disaster?
yeah, Munich.
Yeah,
86.
Nine-
Sorry.
1952, right? 1952?
it was
Yeah.
1958.
58, sorry. 58. Yes, 58.
1958 on the 6th of February, unfortunately.
Yeah, 6th of Feb.
Who was United? A bit of a tougher one. Who was United's first manager from outside of Britain or Ireland?
Outside of?
Outside of the United Kingdom.
Outside of the first United... Van Hal?
Yep, there you go. You're right.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking from the 70s
Yes,
and
Van
all.
Hal.
Okay, no.
No, it's Van Hal.
Who took the coveted number 7 shirt immediately after Eric Cantona retired?
Beckham.
Beckham Becks.
There you go. Correct.
Mm.
Goldilocks Becks. And the final question: who lifted the trophy after United won the 2008 Champions League final?
Who lifted the trophy?
Gary Neville.
Yeah, who?
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
It was Gary Neville, right?
Nope.
Vidic.
Who was the club captain during that time?
Vidic.
Okay, I'll remind you. That guy is very active on Twitter.
Rio.
Rio Ferdinand. Yeah,
Rio,
he
my
lifted,
99
yes,
rated
Rio
defender in
lifted it,
FC in
yes.
my team. Rio.
Hmm.
Awesome, amazing. That's a very good. I mean, I wish I could rate the scores. It would be like hardcore United fan for both of you guys. But we're going to be now heading on to the finals. But you know what, Ash? This was amazing to have you on the stream.
Absolutely. My pleasure, man.
It's a great experience. It's a lot that we get to learn because you're in this day in, day out, understanding how the markets are working, how the club is operating. And we would absolutely be thrilled and would love to have you on our stream again pretty
100%.
soon. And for everybody who's watching out there, please support his stream. Please go on to Ash Talks Football, support it. There's a lot of fun stuff happening there. He does a lot of watch alongs, So, I mean, if you want to request him for a game beyond the United one, he can make room for that, of course. His channel does a lot of stuff. Support him on Twitter. You saw the tweet we were discussing. It's gone all over the internet. It's viral. So we've listed his socials on the chat and we'll post it again. Please go support him. And thank you again, man. Thanks for coming on stream, buddy.
100%. And folks who come from my channel, please subscribe to our nation and please
100%.
support the journey. Love your content and we'll absolutely do more. And I actually love the discussion. We had a nice, calm, composed discussion. Like,
let's see
my
how calm we are
streams
after tomorrow's game.
100%. You will see me raging. So I'm just no. I feel we'll beat Ipswich.
I think we
we'll
should
produce a
end it with
performance.
the predictions for.
Yeah.
Predictions. Yeah.
I'll say a comfortable 3-0 and then we concede one goal towards the end, so it's a 3-1 to United.
I'll go with a 2-0 United or 2-1 if we are struggling.
Okay.
What about you, Ash?
I'll say we will concede first, and then we'll score 2. I think it's going to be a narrow 2-1 win.
So it's going to be an anxiety-ridden game, right? So my Sunday is going to go in anxiety.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
it's going to be an anxious game because
As if we're not
very
getting
interesting.
anxiety watching the games that all these players are playing. The finals between Charanjot and Jain, it's going to be a similar experience,
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
awesome. Thank you, Ash. Have
Absolutely.
a great day. Have a great weekend. And
You too, man.
we'll see you soon on your stream. We'll all come over. and come
Absolutely.
on your stream.
Definitely.
Everybody, please support his stream, all right? Okay.
See you guys. Bye bye.
Amazing.
Thank you,
See
buddy.
you. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Bye bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Think he's here.
He's
Yeah,
here.
आवाज आ रही है?
yeah. Kunal, you can hear me, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome. How's it going? Congrats again on reaching till the finals.
Thanks.
So, Charanjot, I mean, how's your experience been so far from the group stages yesterday to playing the finals today with Arena Nation?
It has been fun, everything has been luckily on time, no delays. So
Hmm.
that's super good. And one more thing, it's good that at least we as pros are allowed to play a tournament in India.
Absolutely.
Because
No, I mean, see, there's benefits to it, right? Where there are people who are casual gamers, that's why we keep the entry fee pretty low, and people get to learn by playing with you guys.
yeah,
If I'm just going to keep playing my casual friend,
yeah,
I'm never going to advance that way. If I play one of you guys, right, I'm going to get battered 20, 30 nil. But if I want to get in the scene, I need to learn from the pros and play with the pros. So this is, in a way, benefit of an opportunity for a lot of people to get the chance to play with you guys, because I'm pretty sure on another bright or even a lazy Sunday, it's not like you're going to accept requests from people to randomly play, right? So that's a good point over here. And beyond that, Charanjot, I mean, FC27 is starting soon, right? How are you prepared for the new season of FC27?
uh, same old. Like I played the beta a bit. Uh,
What's your view on it?
I think it's just the same game as 26. But usually,
Just a reprint.
yeah. But usually beta is like a very old version of the new game. Like usually it's like
Uh-huh.
the January version which they made in January or February.
Right,
So it's like a very
right.
old version. So we hope like it's different to 27. It's not just play lengthy wingers, play through balls to them, like same old as 25, 26. I hope there is something new, something
Right.
there is creativity in their attack rather than just, as I said, just sending your wingers on runs.
What's your strategy for the finals now? Because you saw Clary play, you saw him beat Vidu, you saw him beat Aditya. You're talking about two heavyweights that he's totally, whitewashed out there. So what's your strategy against, opponents who we don't know much of?
Uh, I don't think I have any strategies about it. I'll just try to play my game. If
Okay,
he takes like a
right.
2-3 nil lead, I'll have to chase. If I take a lead, I'll try to control the game as I do. And
Awesome.
yeah,
Okay, all
not
right.
much.
Awesome, great. Charanjot, let's get ready for it. We're going to let you leave from this very quick preview, and let's get the games connected,
Yeah.
and let's start playing.
Okay. Thank you,
Let's
Kunal. Thank
go.
you.
Thank you, CJ, for
All the
participating. All
best.
the best. Okay, let's do it.
I'm excited, man. The finale, the 20,000 rupee prize pool being distributed into 12,000 to the winner, 5,000 to the runner up, and 3,000, which Jahaan has already won by finishing third.
Imagine if one Pro King goes all the way. That would be historical.
That
He's
would be
beaten Vinu,
quite,
he's
that's
beaten
that would
Aditya.
be as good as Leicester winning the title, right? And
Yeah, that should be something. And it's exciting, honestly. We are used to seeing pro versus pro finale. It's nice to see one non-pro going all the way. It's a underdog story. It's a more hero kind of a story where a new
absolutely,
champ
yeah,
is born.
right.
So let's see how he performs. I'm very excited about this one.
Have you got the share play request yet?
No, still waiting on it.
I think CJ is going to do it. Charanjot's going to do it.
He's inviting. Okay.
Yeah.
Javeer had a question for Charanjot, but I guess we didn't have enough time to address that moment. But looking at his team, I think it could may as well be Hansen Iron. He's been using him since the start, if I remember correctly. He's the one. He was the one who was evolving him since a long time.
Yes, Rohan, we're just getting connected. We're going to start the finals pretty soon now. It's a matter of a few minutes, I would say.
We waiting. Yes, yes. Charanjot is inviting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a poll in the chat for who's gonna win this. The last 2-3
Yep,
polls,
absolutely.
I think it's the poll curse, because the last 2 or 3 polls that you ran, everybody, whoever voted for, like whoever got the highest votes, ended up losing.
They lost. They lost, so it is the curse of the poll.
Yeah.
All right, we've got everybody, we've got the poll on. Push in your votes. Lovely. Vinu's got his daughters also watching for the final. It's a proper
Nice.
popcorn moment, for the family there. Usually every Saturday I'm hooked onto your streams, Kunal, and Vinu streams, and today it's a different scenario.
Lovely. It's been a fun ride, this. Great
It's been
3
a fun
hours.
one. It's been a fun one. It's very good to have you two on the stream. Kunal to host it, giving us some vibes like Martin Tyler with the great commentary.
I wish I was as legendary as Martin Tyler.
I'm gonna put some W's in the chat for FC breakdown. There we go. WFC breakdown. Come on, everybody.
It's
Yeah,
lovely
we
to
can see
see
the polls.
Clary also get a lot of votes now. I think he's gaining some fans in the chat. 40% have voted for him, or either it could be people who just listen to our conversation about curse of the poll, and maybe they are trying to vote on the other side. Aguero, yeah, Vinu, Aguero moment happened with that call to a penalty today in the quarterfinals. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Crazy Plays, Risen, Jay, Ayush, XD Gamer, all regulars.
Charanjot says he has shared a link. Can you maybe get the link on display or something?
Where has he shared that?
He sent a link to me. Can you see if we can maybe directly show the link? But then that's going to be a commentary issue, with the sync.
Let me open it.
Yeah, just give me 1 second, guys. Just stay online, stay hung up on it.
No, it won't be a commentary issue. I mean, yeah, for you it could be.
Or even for you, because if he's streaming on his YouTube,
No, but there's no
then
commentary there. No, I'm only the one looking at it, and people
no,
will
but then
see.
you're looking at it 10 minutes late because even he's streaming 10 seconds late.
Yeah, but people will get to see it also 10 seconds late, no? So
Yeah,
everyone
that's all.
is in the same place only.
So are you comfortable with the YouTube link?
Yeah, I can add that. I'll have to add
Yeah.
another display capture link on this stream. Hold up. Look a little ugly on this
Kunal,
stream,
what's your
guys.
PSN? What's your PSN ID?
Who's asking?
CJ.
It's Kunal Ajmani only with no space. He's invited. I hope he doesn't get any lag now. Come on, let's go. That is CJ's team on the screen right there. Mbappe up top, Hansen Aaron in the midfield. Fife, he's gotten his Luka Bacchio all the way up to a 99 with 2 chemistry. McTominay, Vietz, uh, 98 Nico, Torre, Rudiger, Gomez at right back, and Gill as his goalkeeper, who's also on 2 chemistry. So 2 players on 2 chemistry, everybody else is on 3. Interesting setup again, 4-4-1-1. There we go. Viet's 99 as his 10. The poll is actually so tight. I'm starting to believe they are doing it on purpose now for the poll
Yeah, I
because,
think they're trying to rig the polls, if we may call it.
yeah. But on to the finals we go. Here's the man, the best player in India right now, and Charanjot. Just joking. uh, CJ against One Pro King. Let me mute my mic so that there's no disturbance for CJ on my controller. Just found a PS chat with One Pro King from March, was 9-0 in champs, and he destroyed me, and I messaged him to ask his record. That's incredible. So One Pro King getting some recognition now finally. And he's from Goa as well, which is amazing. Because Goa people, and I know a few of them who play and they are brilliant at the game. Okay, here we go. CJ in the Liverpool kit. One Pro King in the black shirt. I'll do that.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
The finals of Arena Nations FC26 curtain closure tournament is here with Charanjot in the Liverpool kit playing against surprise finalist, not to be underestimated, Clary, also known as One Pro King.
Here we go. On. Charanjot on the attack gets the first goal of the game. We'll just mute yourself from Discord. Now it's echoing. Done. Here we go again. CJ. He's showing no mercy this time. He doesn't want to take any risk against One Pro King. Oh, but what a lovely switch from One Pro King. Great L1 triangle pass to Rashford, who's onside with a brilliant finesse shot. 13 minutes in. Rashford getting One Pro King back, and that's where Charanjot was going for the attack non-stop because he knows what a threat this guy could be. Out of the blue. Yeah. We really need to get one interview in with him at some point later on, if possible. I'm surely going to mention him on the streams here as he goes again on the attack, but Charanjot this time is able to defend. Once again, good offensive play here from One Pro King. Usman Dembele, double tap, triangle pass to Fabian, who was offside. But the threat remains. One Pro King is not going to stay behind. He's not going to see the opponent's name and play. He's going to play his game. Another chance there for him, intercepted by Charanjot. And back in possession, One Pro King. He's not messing around. De Jong. Fabian Ruiz back to De Jong. Low driven shot. Wonderful save by Gill. Gill I've seen in everybody's team and also Pefer in everybody's team today, which is very interesting. And Torre at centre back. And he feels calm on the ball as he takes another chance there, shot there. He's very calm on the ball. He's not afraid to enter places where there's pressure. He's neat with it. Tubakio towards McTominay. Quick feet from Charanjot here. Saliba again has been an absolute rock for One Pro King throughout this tournament. He's also playing Maldini as a left back. So another centre back converted into left back for One Pro King. What a wonderful pass. Dembele is onside and he makes it 2-1. Clary has just taken the lead against Charanjot. What are we witnessing here? He's not stopping at Vinu and not stopping at Aditya Chadda. He's now after Charanjot's crown in this tournament. What an incredible story in the making here from One Pro King. CJ straight back on the attack. Wirtz again shielded by that big man at the back. Dembele. Yes. I'll have to check the stream for that. Guys, can you all hear Amol? Please let us know in the chat. Oh. You're muted since a while then. Wait. Now I think they'll be able to hear you. My desktop audio was
Can
on.
people hear me?
Definitely they'll be able to hear you now. It was my bad.
Can you all hear me? XT Gamer 9, can you hear me?
In the meanwhile, One Pro King, not shy again. Early pause coming in here.
Yeah, they're saying no. How did they know that I asked if they can hear me or not?
I think
Cheeky, naughty little
yeah,
guys.
you are audible, yeah. Dembele. Rashford now, can he make it 3-1 for One Pro King? He absolutely can.
Oh
One
my
Pro
God.
King has just shook Charanjot. 5 attempts on goal, 3-1 to the good, right before halftime. And CJ again.
Do you want to switch the share plays? Shall we ask our participants?
As in, like for the second half.
I think CJ is doing the share play, right? So there could be some lag too. So let's balance it out
Let's
for
see if
both
he
of them.
tells anything. If CJ is not mentioning anything in the group, we are good to go because there's not been any lag on the pitch here as such. One Pro King is showing absolutely no mercy. Back in the attack and almost made it 4-1 before halftime. This is incredible from One Pro King.
He's done his homework. He knows what he's doing. He's done his homework. I'm pretty sure he studied in the 30-40 minutes we had. He would have studied a lot of the gameplay that Charanjot did to understand how he's playing in the previous games. And
I mean, I was
this is
almost gonna
magnificent.
say, oops, CJ has left the share screen here. Maybe he wants One Pro King to invite for the second half.
Yeah.
He's feeling the heat now of the gameplay. He needs to focus in and make sure that there are
Yeah.
no disturbances in the match for him. One Pro King, please do invite for the second half before getting it started. And listening, otherwise these two might be fully locked in and he might not share, and that could be
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
big problem.
I could give him a call.
But see, they're just leaving the share play. He wants to lock in. Wow, guys, 3-1 up at halftime. Almost 4-1 with that 46-minute chance. It is the poll doing its magic. Guys, if you all want to see Charanjot win, make sure you vote for One
He's
Pro
sending.
King.
He's sending the share play, Kunal.
Okay. This is so incredible though. Who would have thought in a bracket of Vinu, then Aditya Chadda, then CJ, would have one Pro King taking everybody on by a storm. 3-1's nothing for CJ. That is also correct. We are looking at one of the most experienced players to ever exist in the pro scene. So 3-1 is far from done. Got a huge second half to come. Waiting for one Pro King to share an invite.
He's adding.
I think he's already in my friend list. No, he's not. Here we go.
Let's see what happens now.
Let's go for the second half.
We've got one half remaining. Everybody in the chat, let us know. Who do you
CJ
think is
straight
gonna
on
win?
the attack, making it 3-2
There we go.
for himself there. Second shot only of the game. And getting that goal in. Instant pause from one Pro King, I'm guessing. See, this is what I mean. I mean, people are losing their concentration here, unfortunately. But we are trying our best to get the coverage in as well as have these guys concentrate. Who is One Pro King and why is Bro cooking everyone? One Pro King is Clary from Goa. And he's just emerged in this tournament. Nobody knew about him until this tournament. And that's the beauty of you guys participating in these tournaments. I mean, on my stream, I've been telling you guys to participate. Don't be afraid that there are players, there are pros. Be confident in your ability. And you
This
could,
is the biggest example, Kunal, I feel.
yeah, and he can carry this momentum forward and go into other tournaments also. And you never know, we might see
Absolutely.
One Pro King come up as a pro in the future.
I would
Never
rather
say never.
sit on a 2-1 lead than a 3-2 lead, especially after Charanjot just scored, because we are very soon going to have a look at some serious gameplay now.
And I would say no matter what happens in this game, One Pro King has definitely earned respect of hundreds of people watching this stream today. Oh, big mistake from Charanjot. That's a gift.
Oh, that is
What
a
have we
mistake.
just seen here? 4-2. One Pro King getting an absolute gift from Charanjot. Can you believe it? Speaking
I
of,
am speechless, Kunal. I'm speechless.
on one end we thought it's the share play, but on the other hand, Charanjot has made a huge blunder here. Not sure what's gone wrong. Maybe One Pro King is in everybody's head today. Again, too soon to call this one out. It's 4-2 with 57 minutes played. But this could be one of the stories of the year with 30 minutes left. That is offside for Mbappe.
Do you suggest a change of tactics, Kunal? I mean, who are we to say it?
Exactly.
But then, what would you do? What would you do in this scenario?
I mean, in this scenario, I would probably, I don't know what a pro must be feeling like. Charanjot has seen the threat. He knows that Aditya Chadda lost to One Pro King, that Vinu lost to One Pro King. And we asked him the question on stream, and he said that he doesn't have any strategy as such. He's calm and confident. So maybe there is a plan after all in his head. And that plan will have to be executed in the next 25 minutes, or we are about to see A brand new winner emerging here. One Pro King. Once again, through on goal. That's offside, but great possession play, great patterns from the man. Mbappe. Maldini with the interception. There's just been no way out yet for anybody against him. Here he comes again and scores again. It's 5-2 to 1 Pro King.
Okay, this is a big, big statement from, let's call him the king for now, and hope the results do stay in his favor. We never know, though. We never know. I'm like at the edge of my seat, Kunal. I just don't know what's happening. Oh,
One more attempt
he
here for
almost had him.
CJ almost go there. Oh, there's been a disconnect here now. This could be an issue. Was it from Charanjot's end? How do we go about this now?
Let's have him press OK and see where it heads. I mean, we know who
It
got the
is from
disconnect.
Charanjot's end. I mean, One Pro King is 3 goals up. What was the timestamp? I think 74 minutes.
It was 74 minutes. Yes, absolutely. And we've got a disconnect here.
So, do we play the last 15 minutes? Okay, but I think he's told that he's done. He's having connection issues, unfortunately.
Let's
Okay,
wait.
I
Let me
guess.
see what. Let me wait for his decision.
Let's confirm with Charanjot here. If he tells that he doesn't want to play the last 15 minutes, we might have just seen one of the biggest results of the tournament. What you're looking in front of your screen right now is historical. There have been some nuances with the connection, but you cannot take away from the fact that you've got a crazy player on the cards here with One Pro King. What an absolute beast of a tournament he's had. Wow. Once the confirmation
Yes,
comes
well,
in,
Kunal, we've got a confirmation. He is facing genuine connection issues, but despite all of that, One Pro King is the winner of our
wow.
first ever FC online tournament with a huge, huge, huge shock that you can see in the game. This is a screenshot moment. I hope everybody screenshots it. Despite having connection issues, CJ was almost back in the game when it was 3-2, but then eventually it went downhill, and you can see it on the screen. Let's not take anything away from the winner from One Pro King. Kunal, what do you have to say about this?
I am mind blown right now. He's just taken on Charanjot, the best player arguably in India. He's taken on Aditya Chadda, again top 3 in India, and he's taken on VinuHunter, another pro player in India.
This
I
is
am
just absolutely crazy.
mind blown right now. Congratulations, One Pro King, on winning this tournament. You are walking away with 12,000 rupees and a lot of attention, and probably people will now recognize your username. This is the guy who's won an online tournament against best of the best people participating.
Wow.
Well played.
He's
Win.
going to be coming on for us in 2 seconds.
Oh, he
Let's
is
see if he
joining.
comes on. He's okay. So he says he's shaking and shivering right now.
Wow.
It is a very, very, very big deal to beat Charanjot. It's not easy at all. And this guy's
Yeah,
shaking.
you
That's
can
what he's writing
understand
on my
the
personal message. You can
emotions he
understand
must be
he's not
going
going to
through.
be there. But we're gonna be keeping a different kind of a creative on the screen right now, which is a dedication for our boy Claire.
Amazing, guys. Win Claire in the chat, everybody.
Everybody, W's in the chat for Claire.
Vinu saying my opponent always ends up winning. That just shows how bad the game is. And the guy who represented India at the world stage is having issues with the game. I can't imagine how us normal gamers can enjoy this game. Yeah, there is that sad element also to this. It's a bittersweet ending, also, in a way, if you think about connection issues and the overall concerns around this game for a lot of us. But we witnessed a very entertaining tournament today and a top class performance from a top class player. Guys,
Absolutely top class
let's
performance.
not forget one pro king. I know he's not on pro level, but at the same time, the guy does get 14, 15 wins in weekend league. He's not a casual for sure. He is a deadly player who could take the next step now going forward after this tournament.
All right, okay. Chat, give me 1 second, and we will very soon.
Also, let's do the giveaway as well,
Let's
shall
do the
we?
giveaway as well. Before we do the giveaway, can everybody please type hashtag Arena Nation again in the chat? Come on, everybody. Let's wait for a minute before we do the draw. Okay, he's okay to come on audio.
Okay, great.
He's shaking. Okay, you know what? Join the link. I know you're watching this. Okay, Kunal, here's the winner screen that I've sent you. Here you go.
Can you share it on Discord? My WhatsApp is glitching on this. See.
Mm-hmm. There you go. The chat has gone crazy. Oh my God, look at this. Chat is in overdrive. We have 196 participants. Beautiful.
And we are going to have the winner in the background. Let me add the winner up here.
That's a lot of people participating. It's been a beautiful stream. I'm while he
Yeah.
comes on, I wanna thank everybody. I wanna thank Farzan Hassan, Maz Hassan, Saikat Chaudhary, Dandy Tingam, Rohit Abraham, Aman Jetli, Hamza Hassan, Sahil Chaudhary, Unmesh Basak, Siddharth K, Aman Warsi, Saransh Jain, Aryaman Katal, Charanjot Singh, Jahaan Khan, Vanshaj Sharma, Clary Britto, Sunny Bapna, Vinay Sharma, FC Vinu Hunter, and Aditya Chadda for coming and making this tournament absolutely amazing, and some of the best, probably the best weekend we've had on Arena Nation so far.
Amazing.
Okay,
Let's do
he's
the
gonna
giveaway.
come for a chat. Let's do the giveaway.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
do the
everybody,
giveaway together.
drum roll in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Go. Where can they see it though? Oh, the Nightboard automatically announces.
Yep.
Wizmania. Bro, Wizmania
Wizmania
was
007.
I think that's Siddharth. He was the quarterfinalist who played against.
Hello. Okay, we've got him. Can you bring his camera on screen? Do you see it? I'll share the link. Okay. We've got the winner. I've shared the link.
Yeah, lad.
Do you want to show your face or not? It's fine, right? Are you shivering anymore? Do you want to give some? Let's get you on the stream and then sort this out.
And yeah, the winner is Siddharth. By the way, Viz Mania is Siddharth, if I'm not wrong. Sahil Chaudhary, not Siddharth. Have I been calling it wrong?
Sahil Chaudhary. Yeah, you've been calling it wrong.
Nobody corrected me. I've updated the cam. Yo, hello, One Pro King. You're on stream.
हेलो
Congratulations.
हेलो
Well played.
थैंक यू सोचा नहीं था
कहाँ से
कैसा
हो?
लगा खेल के इंडिया के नंबर 1 प्लेयर के सामने, ताकि कनेक्शन उनका प्रॉब्लम था, फिर भी वो बात सेकेंडरी है, प्राइमरी बात एक ही है कि आपने विनू
बेस्ट मोमेंट
हंटर के सामने खेला, ग्रुप स्टेजेस में काफी गेम्स खेले, थ्रू आउट दिस एंटायर जर्नी आपने फाइनल्स में आके यू एब्सोल्युटली हेल्ड योर नर्व एंड देन यू प्लेड सो वेल. व्हाट डू यू थिंक, कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
सब कुछ मस्त था टूर्नामेंट भी अच्छा था थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हुआ चड्डा के अगेंस्ट नाम सुन के ही डर लगता है और सीजे के अगेंस्ट भी तो मैंने तो मैसेज भी किया था अगर जीत गया तो मेरी कर
कहाँ से हो आप?
गोवा
ओह अच्छा, गोवा से हो. साउथ नॉर्थ कहाँ पर रहते हो आप?
नॉर्थ
लवली.
यस
Guys, this is Clary Britto, the winner of
Oh wait, this is
FC26's
Clary Britto.
tournament.
Wait. Oh, he's been in touch with me since so long. I thought this is another Clary. You're Clary Britto from my chat.
यस
Oh, lovely. Nice to know you're such a good player, bro.
अभी हो गया
अभी हो गया आपको. आप चलो, अब हम अपोनेंट के बारे में बात करते हैं. What do you think about all these beautiful pro players? ये जितने भी थे क्वार्टर फाइनल्स में,
हाँ
आपको उनको देख के इंस्पिरेशन कैसे बिल्ड करते हो? चरणजोत, वीनू, आदित्य,
उनसे ही
ये
तो
जितने
सीखा
भी
है
लोग
सब कुछ उनसे ही खेल खेल
क्या
के
बात है, lovely.
उनसे सीखे हो आप. आपको आपके हिसाब से अभी आपका क्या आगे प्लान्स है FC27 के लिए? What do you plan? If you're so good at the game, do you plan to now go more competitive?
अभी देखते हैं ना कैसा गेम आता है बेटा खेला था हो नहीं रहा था कुछ भी अभी देखते हैं
So आप कह रहे हो बीटा में मजा नहीं आया आपको?
नहीं
But then eventually there's a new meta that will come, right, in
Yes,
FC27. आप meta सीख
वही
लोगे, वो
सीखना
हिसाब
है
से खेलोगे.
हाँ
आपने meta काफी अच्छा हैंडल किया in this game and then you moved ahead और आपने काफी अच्छा खेला.
यस
So
अभी
you're
देखते
the
हैं
winner of 12,000 INR. ये हमारा पहला टूर्नामेंट था. And also for all you viewers, um, we have many more tournaments coming up for FC27. We will be having offline tournaments in your respective cities also, with a lot of more fun stuff. We'll have fan meet and greets with FC Breakdown, with Vinu Hunter. We'll have special autograph sessions with all these people. So keep following all of these guys. Keep building the community. This is an absolutely proud moment for us to see. You know, it's, what do we call it? What did we call Leicester's title win? You know, what kind of a dream is it, Kunal?
I don't remember. Did we have a name for it? But where did Clary
Obviously,
go?
it's a giant. It's a giant killer. Clary's done. I think he's gonna go celebrate now. He's gonna go have some Goa Fenny.
He didn't
Goa
even
mein Fenny.
say bye. He's so like on this thing right now, disbelief. He's just left. He's like, "Mera ho gaya."
He texted me. He texted me. He's like, he's too happy. He wants to talk to his family, parents, and friends.
Oh,
I mean,
lovely.
it is a pretty big deal to go
That
neck
is
and
so
neck. Even
sweet
get a
and
chance
nice.
to play in a final with Charanjot, I believe.
Are you
Irrespective of the
telling
result.
get FC Breakdown in a tournament? I would love that. After watching this, I feel inspired to try my luck. You know, maybe
Are
next time if we
what
do,
about-
instead of host, I can be the like can participate.
Yeah. What about a match between myself and FC Breakdown? There's one condition. FC Breakdown has to use bronze players because I'm not a good player.
Oh no! And first of all, it's 10 o'clock. I think I would. We can plan this properly with
Sure
proper
thing.
this thing.
All right. Can we all have one final comment in the chat? You know, like a big thank you for all our obviously our finalists. You know, Charanjot and Clary, and our semi-finalists, Jahaan, Aditya, Vinu, Saransh, all the other participants.
Saransh is in the chat as well, saying thanks Atan
He's in
for
the
hosting.
chat.
Welcome, Saransh.
Absolutely
Hope
welcome,
to
Saransh.
see you participating in more online as well as offline ones, because we've got some offline events also planned soon. So it's going to be
Events
fun.
planned.
And maybe in the offline one I can play along with being present there. Maybe I can try my luck.
Absolutely. Okay. I think so. We're done with this, Kunal.
Yes.
We're done with a marathon stream. I think it's Saturday night. I gotta catch some Premier League football, probably the Spurs Newcastle game, and then tomorrow back on the Manchester United game. I'm definitely gonna tune into Ash
Hmm.
Talks Football on YouTube. His channel
Yes, sir.
Ash
I'm gonna
Talks Football on
subscribe to him
YouTube,
after this. I haven't.
and subscribe, and then we'll watch the match along with him in a watch along, and then in the coming week let's have some more fun sessions with Vinu Hunter and Inza FC together, and let's build this community, right?
Done. Done.
Okay,
Chalo.
everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Kunal,
Take care.
for the love of
Ciao.
football, for the love of FC, and hoping that FC27 is great. Till next time, see you guys.
Bye.